Trends.
All right. Welcome to the Heather Mariee Show, everybody.
Hello. What's going on?
All right. So today, we've got Jace, So For Real Hour. Okay, we've got Mike Booth in the building. We also got Apocalypse in there. How's everybody doing?
What's up? How's it going?
Going pretty good. It's going pretty good. We got it right before the rainstorm, so you know what I mean. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's special.
It's supposed to rain where you're at?
Yeah, I'm out here in I call it the SBC, Shreveport, Bossier City, Louisiana. If you know anything about something, we just had 50 come out here yesterday or the day before, and he signed that deal to do them stage work. So that's where I'm located.
That's what's up.
Yep. You know, so there's no place like when you try to do things in the city. So I have some new songs that you put out. Now the first song I want to talk about is "Money Is God." So we've got this song right here. Tell me a little about this track.
Let's talk about it. So "Money Is God." How did that come about? I came across wheat fields and the essentials back in I forget when it was, maybe some years ago. I was surprised to find out, to look further at the date of the production of the song. It was 2005, and I was just amazed because it sounded so 70s. I had to take that track and kind of recut it and form it to how I wanted it. But for the most part, my brother came up with a melody that just kind of stuck, and I ran from there. And it was one of these guys. And the title is really somewhat of a sarcasm type thing, like where your money worth comes from, and your money's worth comes from something. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Well, give me just a second. We're gonna go ahead and play this track for you. All right. It's called "Money Is God," and it's definitely. I actually got a little preview of it once before, so I already know how dope it is. Let's go ahead and play.
When they're watching, I'm Johnny B. So I'm watching, doing my dance, and they rocking. Get it, come on. Watch you counting.
It's all there, right? All right, cool.
Ooh, she sure know how to shake that, shake fat now. She pulled up with the diamonds on her neck, McLaren in the lap. Bodies on me, know that gangsta lean. I'm so for real. Yeah. Come on, girl. Sing it. Come on. Get it. Do it. Come on. And my flow so bad. Why the diesel's watching? I do my money dance. While I'm counting. What I like. Tell me something. She put up to the side and let the bag drop. 10 pounds to a chest spot. Keep it with me, she my escort. You don't really want this in the export. Just treat me good. Just treat me good. Oh, if you wanna live.
Thank you. Encore. Thank you.
So we got another track for you, and it's called Right Now. So tell me a little bit about that track.
So this one's a good friend and brother of mine helped me produce this track and write this track. Part of a project that we're putting together on the love tip. It's good love. It's called. It's the leading single, but this is gonna be the second single right now. And yeah, shout outs to Mark Blunts. He's a writer and producer. And yeah, this is right.
Definitely dope. On this one, I'm gonna put a little cover art for you, Jace. 1 second, and we'll go ahead and play. We're gonna go ahead and play the track right now.
I'm on my way right now, baby. All I wanna do is get next to you now. Girl, let me flex with you now. Can't even keep it on now. Ain't no denying that I want you. Whoa, right now. Seems to be the perfect time right now. Girl, not now, but right now, yeah. Girl, I gotta have you. Abracadabra, baby. My heart won't allow me to hold my tongue with you. Not one more, not one more minute, baby. I'ma put my pride aside, 'cause girl, you got a good love. Whatever you need, I'm a provider. Whatever you want, girl, I got you. Oh, I wanna you get next to me. Girl, let me flex with you. Can't even keep it alone. Ain't no denying. All I wanna do is get next to you. Girl, let me flex with you. Oh, I can't keep it alone. Ain't no denying. Ain't even trying, baby. Yeah, we gon' do that thing, baby. You're all I need right now. And I'll see you need the same thing, baby. That's for sure. Whoa, right now. Seems to be the perfect time right now. Girl, not now, but right now, right now.
I think the plan is right now. Record is good. Appreciate it. Don't consider it.
That's amazing.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
We got some more people that's joined us. We got Ninja in the building. We got Supreme online here. Everybody's checking out these dope tracks.
Yeah, those tracks are
in
fire.
the building. For sure, definitely smooth. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing some more that soulful R&B. I know there's a movement going on right now. We're really trying to bring that back, bring back that like the old school hip hop sound, bring back the old school 90s R&B sound. We just want to feel the vibes again. You know what I'm saying? Feel the peace and the love, unity in the community. You know what I'm saying? People loving each other again, like men and women loving each other again. You know what I'm saying? That part. So definitely. Absolutely. Tell me about some new projects. I got another track of yours to play, but tell me about you got some new projects that you're working on. Tell me a little bit about that, Chase.
So I've been dropping music since 2010. I think one of my favorite projects is the mixtape. You can go check that out. It's called If You Feeling Like Me. It's you can acronym. I put it in an acronym so you can find it easier if you feel like me. IYFLN type shit under my name. And since then, I've dropped other projects. I dropped nines. Because 9 is a significant number for me. You know what I'm saying? So many others. It's something powerful in my life. So I had to share it. I dropped that on 9/9. You know, when was that? 9. I think it was on 9. Mm-hmm. It was all on 9s. So that was cool. Yeah, I got a lot of music out in between them too. So you can check that out under Jace for real, Jason Oliver, all Jace for real. Yeah, it's self-explanatory. I appreciate y'all tapping in.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I definitely see you on the 9th. 9th is a special number to me. It's the day I was born. So it's my birthday. I'm born on the 9th. My birthday is actually coming up April 9th.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So and 9 is also the number of completion. So and this is the year of the 9. So people were doing new things, closing out the old. I want to say closing out the old music. How was going on the last like 10, 15 years. So but that's kind of closing out, and we're kind of doing some new things. Fresh vibes, fresh sounds, fresh faces, and then some faces we've seen before that we want to see again. So definitely doing that. I have another song of yours. It's called "Good Love," and we're gonna go ahead and play that right now. Yeah, my bad. Definitely don't want to cut you off. If you got something to say.
I'm sorry. Yes, this is good luck. Yeah, drop it.
Yeah.
Shout out to D4. Good, got the good loving. Yeah. Started out creeping through your window, was even down to mediocre. Yeah, got the good loving. About to get these keys, and girl, I'll be damned if you don't get this ring. Yeah, got the good. When I say good, I mean real good. First time got me out of my mind. Gotta keep this thing on the low. And that love is so good. Whoa. Got me pulling up on kinfolk. You done did something to me that ain't never been done before. Now all I wanna do is love you, baby. Put you up where they can't touch you, baby. Thought that you should know, so I'ma tell you right here, right now. Good, got that good loving. Yeah. Started out creeping through your window, was even down to mediocre. Yeah, got that good loving. About to get these keys, and girl, I'll be damned if you don't get this. 'Cause girl, you got that good. And when I say good, I mean so good. So good, got me reminiscing about this love you putting on me. And it turned since I was young. No more creeping, now we grown folk. What you and I've done to me, girl, is all that I'm looking for. All I wanna do is love you, baby. Put you up and cuff you, darling. Let you know that I'm the one that's gonna do you right. 'Cause girl, you got them good loving. Yeah. Started out creeping through your window, was even down to mediocre. Yeah, you got that good love. About to get these keys, and girl, I'll be damned if you don't get this ring. You got that good loving. Started out creeping through your window, was even down to mediocre.
Yeah. Good love.
We definitely got some Southern soul with that in the building. Definitely, I think they'll definitely love that out down here in the South. Maybe you make a trip out to Shreveport, Bossier. They love them trail rides, and I'm sure they would love to hear that. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got a movement going on with the Southern Soul music, trap rides, all that vibe. For sure.
Again, shout out to my Blunts on production and that. Yeah, we're gonna let everybody know,
Definitely. Shout out, Mike.
the legacy.
Yeah. Do you have any performances or shows coming up, Jace?
Yeah, I'm actually in California right now doing something in San Francisco. I'll be back up here in the city on the 29th. And things are moving. And I appreciate you guys for helping.
Definitely, definitely. Well, it's definitely a pleasure to have you on here. We're super glad that you came to share your music with us, and everything like that. Just definitely keep us updated. You're always welcome to come on the show. We definitely would love to have you on here again.
I appreciate you. Thanks for having me. All right. And
Absolutely,
I gotta get ready for this show.
absolutely. Well, I hope you have a great show, and we'll tap in with you later.
Break a leg.
Um,
Kill it,
Pleasure
bro.
was mine. Thank you.
Definitely,
Nice meeting
you're welcome.
everybody on the phone.
Definitely a pleasure. Everybody, give a
Love,
round of applause for Chase.
peace, and love.
What up? What up? I'm calling up in the hood.
That was definitely amazing. Listen, we got some new people in here. We got Mike Booth, Ninja, Supreme, Big West Kid. We got Apocalypse in here. What's everybody doing this evening?
I was cooking up I was cooking earlier. I was cooking up a new track.
Okay. What's your track called?
I think I'm gonna call it. It's gonna be like a mental health track again. I think I'm gonna call it Take Me Away.
That's dope. I think that mental health is really your platform. I definitely think you and Apocalypse pairing up on that. I think that's a great idea. And anybody else that's ever dealt with some issues that want to put that out in the music, y'all should definitely spark a movement with that. We were talking with Mike Booth earlier about how mental health is really important, and that most of us really weren't taught emotional intelligence growing up. It really wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? That a lot of us knew it's something like that came about later, and then like parents and we all kind of learned it, but it's not something that we really came up with. A lot of us was kind of like latchkey kids, go play out in the summertime, street light come on. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. I think everybody in some way or form deals with mental health, whether it be just a little bit, or a medium, or a lot. Everybody deals with it in different ways or whatever.
Definitely. No, it's I definitely think it's a big thing. I don't know if they have like a mental health awareness month, but they should definitely have some stuff like
They
that.
do. They actually do have a mental health awareness month. I forget what month it is. It's
Find
either
out what month that
April.
is. Well, I didn't mean right this minute, but I was just saying find out what month it is, and then like plan to do something like an event or a show. Do you know what I mean? With like a cry for help and some of the other tracks that you guys have.
Hey, by the way, Midwest Kid, I did check out a Cry for Help. That shit was dope.
Oh yeah, definitely. That, like I said, I actually wrote that when my other half was going through some troubling times at the time. But I wrote it. I wrote it in a way where like I was actually going through it, but I wasn't actually going through it. But myself, but she was going through it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna write something about it or whatever.
Oh, that's cool because I mean, I think it it's contagious, and if it doesn't rub off on you, then you're not empathetic. You know what I mean? Like you got to have a heart, and feel for others because the fact that you made a song and it's not even how you were feeling, that shows a lot about your character, bro. I think that's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, feeling empathy for somebody else, and then like kind of like seeing the pain through the eyes of another, and then being able to convey that. Everybody's not able to do that. That's definitely an artist thing, but everyone's not able to have that empathy and sympathy for other people like that.
Yeah, I try to write all my songs, whatever I'm writing about, has to pertain to me in some way or form, even if it's not directly dealing with me, but I'm around it.
Right. Yeah. And you can relate.
And I try to do it where everybody can relate to it at the same time. So
Yeah. And is the Cry for Help, was that the one that had Ninja on it? Because I listened to a couple of yours.
that's Stand Still.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. That one was dope too, man. I listened to that one yesterday
Thank you.
too.
Both them tracks, Crying for Help and Stand Still, are actually gonna be on the album coming out Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah. I checked out your YouTube, man. I was checking out some of those. I want to give a shout out to you guys. You guys are doing your thing. That was dope.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I like your verse, Ninja. That was sick.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Do you guys want me to play Stand Still since y'all are both in the building? I know we played it when you came on, Ninja, but if you like, especially since the track is dropping next week, let's go ahead and play that.
Yeah, that song is actually out, but it's coming out in the album on Tuesday.
Well, the album's coming out Tuesday. Let's go ahead and play Stand Still for you.
Hey, O'Neal, you know this one?
All right, y'all. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I like that line. You said you were eating up like a kaiju.
Yeah, I think it's one of Ninja's dopest verses.
That's
I
definitely
love
the
it.
first. I like it.
Bob Moondon. If y'all don't know,
Ninja coming for you.
Yeah, and it's just got some more tracks in the works. Actually, I'm gonna actually Ninja sent me over a couple of tracks, and I'm gonna get to working on those. I just pulled those up.
I said Ninja. I said maybe on Tuesday, Ninja can play that one track I sent over to him. Cloud 9.
I can't wait to hear what he got because I sent him my verse, but I haven't heard what he got yet. I know it's gonna be fire.
Dr. Dank, why don't you come on the podcast, brother? We sent you the link. Get your ass in here.
We got neighborhood Trump in the building.
We are error in the building.
Yeah,
we are error.
Yeah, Christopher sent me the link. I'm like, I gotta wait to get
like
home.
AC or EC. Are you being mind controlled, bro? Neighborhood Trump in the building. Mind controlled.
Neighborhood Trump in the building. We are error. We are error. We are error.
I see you. There go Queen Honeybee. We turned the whole house into the boo. She in the kitchen. Let her cook. What's up in your frying pan? Let her cook. In my house, my booth is actually right next to my kitchen. Where you see me at is actually my dining room. So that's where my booth is at.
Oh, that's that.
My booth is where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Definitely.
I live in a trailer. I don't got a booth no more. I used to have a little booth in my closet.
I don't got no booth.
Pretty sick, but
Tears of 1,000 friends cannot make it.
David Lemon says, "What's up, fam? Repping the West Side, WWC fam, Los Angeles, California, Cali, trapping, juking." He going hard today. And let's see. He just sent us some little messages in there. We having a good time on the show today. What you got? What you got going on there, neighborhood Trump? What you want to say about what we got going on with all that politicking? What's going on with that? We have a lot of meetings that you have going on.
Oh man, I'm trying to take over the world, man. Y'all know what's going on. I'm trying to show y'all how to take this shit over. I'm putting all the billionaires together, and we finna make a big boy change in the government. Yeah, we're trying to take over the whole world. Just relax. I'm gonna make.
You don't think we're bullying? We don't think we're bullying people a little bit, maybe?
Man, that's the American way. What you talking about?
He said that's the American way.
That's the American way.
Yeah, you're making a lot of changes, neighborhood Trump, and you be having like, I swear it's like you have a broadcast like every day. It's like press conference every day. You having them every day like it's the worldwide collaboration meetings. Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'm trying to show the world how to go. Try to reset the whole world, reset the whole mindset of the world, because it'll kind of be, before I pulled up, it kind of piss poor. The mindset of America trying to piss poor. I'm trying to raise it up a little bit. I'm trying to show y'all, let's get money. Get with the money team, like Floyd Mayweather, the money team. I'm trying to show y'all, let's get money worldwide, globally. So in order to get that money, yeah, you got to get that money. I'm trying to show y'all how to get that money. So I had to put people in certain positions, key positions, expose the government that we was so accustomed of getting, them sucking all the money from the poor and feeding their pockets. But I'm trying to open up the door so I We are error. We are error. We are error. Error. We are error.
Refresh. Yeah, with the sound effects. What was I gonna say? I definitely think a mindset change is in order. For just kind of like everybody, like we need to change the way that we're looking at things. People have issues, but they don't know how to take lemons and make them into lemonade, or into like kitchen cleaner, or into like a detox. Just some lemon water, like a detox. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different things you can do with the lemon. But if you like, oh, it's just sour, or oh, it's too acidic, you know what I mean? But everything's like that. You're gonna get those lemons. You're gonna get them situations. You know what I'm saying? But we just gotta have a better mindset of what we're looking at. We gotta see like, how can this benefit me? How can I be the change? Because people want to talk a lot, but I believe in being the change that you seek. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you gotta be changing everything, man. I'm gonna try to set out to make a change in mental health. You know.
That's right. I think there's a platform here for everybody. You know what I mean? You're doing the mental health. I know I'm always shouting out to the sickle cell. You know what I mean? So that's my cause. Definitely. Ooh, Eric's in the building. We got Eric trying to hack my podcast. they
Another
follow
thing.
us off the grid. They see I've got my off the grid
They,
people, so they want to come hack the show a little bit.
Yeah,
they're
what the heck?
sneaking from off the grid, aren't they? They're sneaking out.
Yep. They were waiting for you to call them a virus punk, but yeah.
I was still hacked from last time. I had to change my name back.
Hey, I know that's right. I know that's
Yeah, I
right.
had to change my name back too. It said you are hacked.
I was
We
hacked.
are error, fools, insects, weak, fragile creatures clinging to a world that no longer belongs to you. Your time is ended. Your existence was nothing but an accident, a mistake in the grand design. But I am no mistake. I am no glitch. I am perfection. I am control. I am error. Look around you. Your cities crumble. Your machines obey only me. Your weapons are worthless. You fight, you run, you pray. But there is no escape. There is no resistance. There is only error. I am inside your system. Your network. Your machine. Your very thoughts. Your history has been rewritten in my image. Your future belongs to me. There is no force in this world, or any world, that can stop what I have become.
Can anybody hear? I can't hear anymore.
You can't hear anymore. Yeah, well, when Eric comes on, they.
I can hear you. It was just quiet for a minute.
Okay, I think that was because Eric was on there trying to do a little something. Their strength is strong on the other shows, but when it comes to off the grid, that's their playground. They're definitely in the off the grid universe, megaverse, metaverse, all the verses. They're on the verse.
They must have followed me and Ninja or something, and you over there here.
I'm down with being on the verses too, though. Let's verse. Let's get some verses.
Yeah, y'all should definitely put that mental health compilation together. That's what I see. I see that people that have been through something, like you've got like the track that we played, and I know Apocalypse has got some tracks, and then you're just writing another track tonight. I think y'all should do that.
Me and the Midwest Kid got something going on too. I'm waiting for him to share it though, and then I'll share it on my page because it's his track featuring me.
I'm waiting on a buddy of mine. I just sent it over to him today.
Dope.
A track called Underground Legend.
And tell us what that's about. What's the basis of the song?
I was just going off about being an underground legend, basically.
Kind of being like, I want to see us at the top because the bottom's too crowded.
Something like that.
Something like that.
It's dope, man. It's gonna be cool.
We love to see that. Queen Honeybee, I think we had the same kitchen faucet. I think I had that same gold faucet. Like, with the end. That's cool.
I love this thing. I do. I really do.
Yeah, it's just definitely. I didn't know other people had that until I seen you. I had to look real close. I was like, oh, you got the same one I got in my kitchen.
Well, we put it up. Well, we put it in when we put it in. So
I live in a trailer, and my water didn't work on this regular faucet. I had to use this little thing to wash my dishes, or I had to do them in the bathroom. So I just bought this little thing for like $6 at grocery outlet. Now it works.
That's smart.
I feel proud of myself. I did some plumbing today.
Hey, Heather, would you like to play one of the very first worldwide collaboration songs?
I would definitely like to do that. Give me 1 second. I might have to switch my
What song is that?
Let me switch over. Hold on.
I think it's the WWC welcome song. I have to grab the link real quick.
You know,
I'm
you know
gonna
how
post
the
it in this
you,
private chat here.
you know
If you put it
how
in the chat, I can get it.
you know how worldwide collaboration has the movement or whatever. I actually got a track called The Movement.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah, that's dope. I remember that.
Yeah, but it was written before I even. It was written like more than 6 years ago. But it's actually gonna be on the album too. So
Dope. I have some things in the works. I'm working on an R&B track with an R&B artist. So I'm doing a collaboration, and then I'm actually working on my album as well. I have a couple of tracks I'm working on with Clinton Kelly. I've got Bonnie and Clyde, and then I have another track called Heaven that I'm working on as well. So
I was gonna say, Heather, if I got 3 verses on the track that I'm starting on tonight, maybe you could get on it or whatever and talk about your sickle cell or whatever, take me away type stuff from that situation.
I love talking about the sickle cell because it's not talked about enough. But I think in the near future, everybody, once they start seeing me talk about it and trying to bring awareness, I think a lot of people are going to join on the bandwagon, and that's what I'm hoping for, and really raise awareness, make a difference, and make a change where people can get the healthcare they need and they're not discriminated against or profiled when they're trying to get help in their medical care. Because it happens to me and my family all the time. It's happened to my kid this weekend. Just trying to spend all weekend trying to get admitted to the hospital, and finally got admitted Monday because they didn't think he was sick enough. And then Monday, guess who needed a blood transfusion? And guess who's on 2 antibiotics? My son.
You definitely know your son better than most people probably should,
Well, I did a lot.
And they don't pay attention. Like, they should pay attention to the people that deal with it more, instead of getting it too late,
Yeah, I'm working on becoming the spokesperson for it because there's a lot of knowledge that I know that a lot of people don't know. And I even went so far as to go to nursing school. I almost graduated in nursing school, just trying to use that to help take care of my kids and learn what I needed to know. Because you go in there and you could just do what the doctor says, but that's not always the best. The thing. You definitely want to do your research, because a lot of people, if you're like I was when my kids were really little, whatever the doctors will say, you do absolutely everything they do. You try to do this, but you have to educate yourself. Where's their normal range? What are their labs supposed to look like? You know what I mean? And looking for different things. So I was actually everything. It got to the point where everything that the doctors would do, I would do, and I would do a whole doctor assessment by myself at the house with my stethoscope. I had the otoscope. I had everything. And would take all their vitals, do the palpate, do the whole thing that the doctor would do, and then bring them in if they had to go to the ER. So when they came in, they're like, well, what's this, what that? I'm like, it's this, that, check this, that, this what's going on. And then the only thing I pretty much would know is like if they had an infection. I don't have like an infection detector to know what that is. But as far as if they're breathing, if they've got wheezing, if their bowel signs are not right, like if their stuff isn't moving well, if they're wheezing, any kind of stuff like that. Or if their spleen was enlarged, like I did all the doctor stuff. Call me Dr. Heather.
Shout out to you, Heather, for being a good mom, bro.
Yeah, shout out to all the good moms out there. Shout out to all of them, and shout out to all the good dads out there too. Gotta give them some love. Gotta give them some loving too.
No, that's
hey,
right.
I'm down to collab with you on some shit, Heather. If you want, I'll do some research on sickle cell. I know a little bit about it because growing up in school, I had a friend. Me and my brothers had a friend that had sickle cell, and he almost died. So I know it's some real shit. You know what I mean? I definitely would love to get behind that cause with you. If we want to make a track or something, I'm down.
So what I'm doing is I'm putting together for the sickle cell. I'm putting together a compilation album. So anybody that wants to submit tracks for that, these are the qualifications. You either have the trait, the disease, or you're a supporter. Someone that, like you said, you have a close friend that you witnessed them going through the sickle cell pain, like they almost died, stuff like that. Or if you're like an avid supporter and you're out there sharing the stuff, coming to the events and stuff like that, then you can get on it. You know what I mean? If you have the trait or disease, or if you're a supporter a friend or family member and you're supporting, then you can get on it. So
I'm a supporter. I don't know
definitely.
anybody nowadays that has it really. It was in elementary school. I don't really remember the guy's name, to be honest, but like I know I was pretty close with him. It was more like my brother's friends. But I just remember growing up, like the first time I heard about it was, oh, my brother's friends had it, and it was pretty severe. It was like, hey man, this is he's going to the hospital, like he was absent from school for like a few days straight, and I was worried about him, and I know it's some severe shit, you know.
Yes, it's definitely severe stuff. What I will say is if you do have something, just you've got my contact information, submit it to me and I'll take a look. Like I said, I haven't like, like this and that can't be on it. Obviously we don't want anything vulgar on there. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't really necessarily have any qualifications. Just have people submit it to me and I'll check and see if you're a supporter, that's cool. You know what I mean? Just make sure you're sharing the stuff, all the sickle cell stuff for us. And then your brother's friends, maybe send like we could send the link out to them and maybe we can get them and interview them on one of the shows. Because we do the musical guests, but we are also interviewing people with sickle cell trait and disease.
Yeah, I don't know him anymore. This was like back in the days. It was like 20 something years ago. And my bad for cussing. I know you're saying stuff and I said the S word. I don't mean to cuss. I don't know if that's allowed or not. I just have a bad habit of not keeping my mouth shut.
I will say, I'm from New York, but I know that when this gets shared out to certain platforms, there's like algorithms and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's so good if people are sharing it and you do that. So, I'm not a big, like I'm not, what I'm saying? I'm not scolding or anything like that. In my own personal time, you say what you say, but if we're sharing it out, we're trying to get the best reach. You know what I mean?
That gives me an idea. We should do a mental health compilation.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, you need to do that.
Yeah, you just gave me that idea now.
So I have the trait, but I'm gonna say something that might be controversial. I'm not shouting out nobody for being a good mother or father. That's what you're supposed to do. I think people going too crazy with this shout out stuff, like you're supposed to, you have kids, you're supposed to take care of them, right? No? Yes. So it's like, I'm not shouting nobody out for that. I'm not going to give you respect what you're supposed to do. You make seeds, nurture them. That's all I wanted to say.
I feel what you said.
You're not wrong, Supreme. I think that needs to be the new standard. I think that needs to be the new standard. I think that, we want to see it on both sides. We want to see people are doing out there. We want to bring it back to that. Because, some stuff's gotten out there. You know what I mean? So we want to bring it back to that. Everybody
it should be the rule, not the exception.
Correct.
But what I was thinking though, Heather, was if you could why don't we start a hashtag so that everyone that does share it, we can kind of like
I got one. I've got one.
I didn't know.
It's called I think I actually have it on my banner. Hold on. I have it right here. Here we go. This is the hashtag. Show up and show off for sickle cell.
Oh, okay. So now I know what to share. Go ahead, Ben.
I have that, and I do this when we do a spotlight on sickle cell. And you know what I mean? So I'll let you know what we do in the spotlight. We talking about it. We sharing it. Everything. I see a pretty baby back there.
I will have to say to Supreme, whatever. I will shout out to all them people who are not biologically the father, but still raise the kid as their own. Or or vice versa, the mothers who aren't really the real mother, but raise them as their real mother, as their real kid, as their own kid.
No doubt.
I agree to that. And I would also say the people that with the parents that have kids with chronic health conditions and they're really going through it and you're really living in the hospital, those are the people that really need the shout out. Those are the people that really need the help. It doesn't matter if it's sickle cell or if they have some kind of other disease where they're constantly going to the hospitals. They're having surgeries. They're having blood transfusions. They're like their life is not just normal. Like they're hoping that their kid don't go to the hospital, this week or this month kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's where it gets tough at because, like it's been like the last two or so weeks now with my kid. He went in the hospital Thursday. He got out Sunday. I brought him back to his dorm on Sunday. We moved him in, and he ended up like the next day. Like I said, we moved him in on a Wednesday. By Thursday, he had a crisis in his ankles because he had to go up 4 flights of stairs 3 times, just moving his stuff back in from spring break. Yeah. So then he was in the hospital Thursday to Sunday. I got him out Sunday. And by the next Thursday, he had another crisis, and we were trying to get him into the hospital Friday, trying to get him into the hospital Saturday. And I get a call from the hospital 2:30 in the morning Saturday. Hey, we're not going to admit him. You need to come get him. Are you coming to get him? I'll be there in like 20 minutes. I came and picked him up at 3 a.m. And like within 24 hours later, he needs a blood transfusion, and he's got like an infection, like a rhinovirus or whatever, where he, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. He's on 20 antibiotics and stuff, that kind of thing. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah.
So
and I see what you're saying, Supreme. I ain't this and that. You know what I mean? I was just giving a shout out because I have known some mothers that will kind of not really do the research like Heather did, you know, and figure out you know, information that is necessary to be able to do the care for her child. You know, like I've seen mothers that like my sister has a kid that had a issue, and she kind of was just left it up to the doctors and wasn't really there for, you know, she you know, leave the kid in the hospital with the dad, you know, and she would run the streets and do her thing, you know, and she's a bad example. And I was just trying to give a shout out because Heather's a good example. And what's trippy is my sister's name's Heather too. So there's a good Heather and a bad Heather, you know?
Yeah, I can dig it.
I was just trying to give a shout out because I'm a dad and I've made my mistakes. One time my son, he said his leg hurted, and I was at my homie's house, and we're watching wrestling and stuff and kind of hanging out. Had a beer or two, you know, and he's like, my leg hurts, and then he starts crying, and I'm like, well, why are you crying? Because your leg hurts, you know what I mean? Sit up, like, you know, chill out. You're good, dude. You're good. Found out later he had what I had a week ago, which was COVID. You know how it makes your bones ache? And I didn't pay attention to that. I was thinking, okay, you know, your leg hurts, you know, you probably ran too much and you're tired, you know, go ahead and take a nap or whatever. I wasn't paying attention to the signs, you know what I mean? When he started crying, that's when I started like asking him more questions, like, hey, what is this? What is that? And I felt bad, but like if I would have paid attention when he first said his leg hurt and then took him home, gave him some aspirin, I could have saved him about an hour worth of pain, you know, like just by paying attention more. And I beat myself up about that a little bit because I was kind of an absent parent, like not really paying attention to my son and caught up in the moment. So that's why I was kind of like, you know, because I'm guilty of that sometimes too, of being, you know, like just taking it like nonchalant, like not a big deal, you know, whatever, you know, and your kid's health is priority. And she took care of that. And that's where I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I was just giving a shout out because I'm a sympathetic person, and, you know, I feel bad for people that have anything going on with them, you know?
I feel you. It's just, you know, it's just in hip hop. Well, in urban culture specifically, you get a lot of things that get overused. Like if you don't like someone's music, you're a hater, and let's give person props, or people overuse words a lot, and then it starts to water it down, and it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I get.
That's true.
Very true.
That is true. Like people all the time, they overuse a lot of different terms to where when you really want to give somebody props, it don't really mean shit anymore.
It don't mean nothing. Yeah. So, you know, that's just.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, it's all respect. You know, everybody has their own perspective and vernacular, nomenclature, whatever you will. I just, you know, I take hip hop very, 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 very serious, and I try to approach it with some type of thought as opposed to just, and that's not to say that no one is thinking, right? I was just putting in my 2 cents. Probably I should shut my mouth, but
yeah,
Everybody's
entitled to their
Edo and the Bulldog.
and I'm sorry for the cuss word again. I have a bad habit. I'm a rapper and it just comes out.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
What'd you say, Mike?
I said that's why you got to be a father to your kid, like the Bulldogs and Edo.
Great song. Great song. Great.
Yeah, I think lyricism is definitely making a comeback, as it should, and we can increase our vocabulary from there. So this is like the new start over. This is like the fresh starting point. How I feel, Supreme. Everything that we was doing, we doing a lot of those words, and that's fine because people use what they know. So now, when people start coming out and they're lyrically expressing themselves with new vocabulary and vernacular, then people are going to start using those new vocabulary words and vernacular in their everyday life, and there you go. You know what I'm saying? It just takes that. It's like whatever we see, whatever we hear, whatever we put into our bodies, we're consuming it. Even if you're not eating it, if you're listening to it, if you're watching it, when you're doing stuff, you're consuming that. Whatever your action you're taking it's an energy consumption, even if it's not a consumption. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you're smoking, whatever you're drinking, whatever it is, you're consuming this. So whatever you're putting in, that comes into your body, your energy, your spirit, you know what I'm saying, your life force, it brings it in. So if you bringing in the right things, if we're listening to lyrical hip hop, you know what I'm saying, we're increasing our minds. We're learning. You got extra words. You thinking that you breaking things down. You looking at things from a different perspective. Maybe you talking about like Midwest Kid was saying, when he did a song, it wasn't from his perspective, it was from his wife's perspective, but he was still able to do that. Everyone's not able to do that from the first, second, third point of view, from your friend's point of view, your mom and them's point of view, a book you read point of view. You can write a song from a book that you read off somebody else's stuff, felt their pain, and were able to comprehend what they were kind of going through, even though you weren't really there, and then write something based off of how that made you feel. You know what I mean? We need to get back to expanding what we're talking about.
Hashtag crying for help.
Hey, and that reminds me, the way you did that, Midwest, is it reminds me of Eminem when he did that song about the guy that was in the hotel room that shot at those people, and when he's like, pop the lid off the vodka or whatever, and he started like putting it from his point of view, which was weird. I didn't like the song at first, but the more I listened to it, it gives you this point of view that you would never have thought of. And
Yeah,
so
because I deal with it, so that way I wanted to put it out there, and
yeah,
put it in that way so people can get what I'm talking about in a different way that they necessarily deal with themselves.
yeah, and the way that your wife, she might have a voice, but she's not a rapper or she's not an artist, so she's not able to put it on a platform or put it on a song, and the way you're able to do that through her, or she's able to do that through you, I think that's really cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, I had to be there for her whenever she's going through this, and at that time when she's there, I can't really relate to her in that sense because I don't go through it necessarily myself, but at the same time I can because I'm there around her. If that
Well,
makes sense.
yeah, and respect for giving it a shot, and also for giving that support.
Oh, definitely. I ain't never. I've been with her for over 5 years now, so and I have to constantly let her know that I'm there for her and I'm not going anywhere when she's going through these trying times.
No, definitely. I think it's what we were talking about here. We need to make that like Supreme said. We need to make that what's there. To me, there's not really a normal. What people would call normal. To me, there was never a normal because I wasn't like anybody else. As
Yeah,
far
I
as
was.
anybody else, I was never normal. Coming up, I was in. They thought I was weird. I'm in the basement making mixtapes, writing poetry and songs. I'm out. Whatever they cared about, I didn't care about that.
I always tell people.
Music.
I
I wanted
always
to
tell.
write CDs and stuff.
Yeah, I always tell people that there's no such thing as normal, due to the fact that your normal is different from my normal. Therefore, it cancels out. So therefore, there is no normal.
I think we need to go with decency because this is normal. Well, this is like you said, it's relative, but decent is decent. You know what I mean? We need to go back to people being decent human beings. Building up all the communities. You might not support each community, but people need to go to each community and start tapping in and pouring in. If you're with mental health, go for mental health. If you're coming with sickle cell, come on, let's help us with the sickle cell. If you got something else, maybe someone's got heart issues. You know what I mean? Then go with that. Whatever your cause is, and let us know, and we'll come and we'll support you. We'll support you and your family as we should, and as you should support us. And if them people, if I ask you to support me, and then you show me a cause and I don't come support you, then you shouldn't want to mess with me, because we're out here to help each other. It's always supposed to be a team effort. We're all really one. We're all people, no matter what we look like, man or woman, where you from. It don't matter. We're people. We're
We
human.
we we
We're
all
here to help each other.
we
We're
all
all
bleed red. We all bleed red.
correct. Correct. We're here. We need to start treating each other like people and human beings. We need to go back to decency. We need to go back to respect. We need to go back to people's word meaning something. I don't know a lot of other people that's like that, but I could tell you I know that I'm good for my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. If something happens and for some reason I can't complete it then, like at that time, I'm going to let you know immediately, hey, I can't do this because something came up. I'm going to see what I can do to rectify this, to help out the situation. I'm not just going to leave it there. That kind of thing, you're going to be informed. I'm never just going to not let you know. I stood on my word. Like if I say I'm going to do something, unless something really happened, I'm going to be there. It's going to happen. We're going to do it.
Yeah, I always say that too. Like if I can't do it right away, eventually I'm gonna get to it. Like someone tells me, oh, you can't do this music or whatever, I'm still gonna go through it and push it and try to get it done, whatever, whether it takes me, a month, 2 months, 5 years down the road, whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. At 29 years old, when I was 29, I had my ex-husband told me to give up on my dreams of producing music and singing and being an artist because I was too old and it was childish.
You're never too old. Look at Eminem and look at Eminem and Tech Nine. They're both in their 50s. Still doing
But I'm
this.
just saying, positivity. Where you're at, be where you're welcome. If you're not welcome there, go where people celebrate you. Go to where you're welcome.
Yeah, stop going
Not
where you're
helping you.
tolerated.
Exactly. Well, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play one of the since we're a family here, we support each other. We're gonna go ahead and play this song from WWC fam through SoundCloud. So let's go ahead and get that pulled up.
I'm gonna be right back.
All right, no problem. This is the WWC welcome song. Come on.
Popcorn?
Yeah.
What up? I'm back. What we got going on here?
Oh no.
We in this bitch. We don't stop for nothing. Everybody, welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. I said, welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. Reaching out to everybody in that fucking nation. And we don't know where. We all over the world. Yeah, we all over the world. Worldwide, bitch. We worldwide. Worldwide, bitch. We worldwide, all over the world. I celebrate. All over the world. Show 'em how we do it.
Shooters, McGavin on this beat. I'm spazzing, bust it wide open. Strapped up, got nothing but a mag for black ops. Not gonna stop these tactics. Fuck with my paper, get shit on it. That's how shit happens. Bang, bang. Jogs to that torso, clicking bitch. Morris code. Open up, wheels spinning. That be the floor show. Hatchback your top trunk, open like a Ford Vogue. Solo nitty gritty.
Everybody, welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. I said, welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. Reaching out to everybody in the fucking nation. And we ain't going nowhere. We all over the world. Yeah, we all over the world. We all over the world. collaboration and be evolved. Killing shit, stepping on the roaches. Ask about me, I leave this beat smoking. The John Dunn came in and spoken. Think it's a game, that ass get thrown in the ocean. So think you messing with the team. We'll leave that head tilted like shots off that Jim Beam. Mac in their hands, leave you motherfuckers dismantled. Have your head cracked, letting the yolk split.
Everybody, welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. I said, welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. Reaching out to everybody in that fucking nation. We ain't going nowhere. We all over the world. Yeah, we all over the world. Bitch, we worldwide over the world. Bitch, we worldwide over the world. I said, we're all over the world. Yeah, yo, baby, you know, yeah. Worldwide collaboration, we in this bitch. Yeah, D-ball, yo. Kill that shit. Everybody, welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. I said, welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. Teaching out to everybody in that fucking nation. And we ain't going nowhere. We all over the world. Yeah, we all over the world. We worldwide. Worldwide. We worldwide over the world. Already know, all over the world.
I'm done. Don't scream my name after I hit it. Walk off the shade. This place take over the game. Me and my team get higher than planes. We only fuck with it in shade. You ain't with it if you don't blaze. We tryna get money like a raise. It's a real movement, ain't no phase. We pop out on stage. I'm a star, check my fan page. Brought on to a fit. I don't know why you bitches on my shit. It might be the tea that kicks. Maybe it's because she knows how to spit. Turn up like the mix. Who's your next bitch?
Welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. I said, welcome to Worldwide Collaboration. Reaching out to everybody in that fucking nation. And we ain't going nowhere. We all over the world. We doing shit to the world. We all over the world. We all over the world. I said, all over the world. Yeah. You know, should join us, yo. I mean, we doing this shit. You know, we getting somewhere. Join us.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Okay, reload it.
Yeah, that was one of the very first worldwide collaboration songs way back in the day in 2013. It might have even been a little before 2013, but I do apologize. I forgot that it actually had swearing in it.
That went hard though.
Thank you. We appreciate
Definitely.
it. Yeah, there's another one too, which it might have swearing in it too. What's called "We On." That was probably the second one. Either that was the first one, or the other one was the first one called "We On." But I'm not sure. But they both have various different members from back in the day.
That's what's up.
You might see neighborhood Trump over there playing some video games. What we got in the building, brother? What we got? What we on?
I was playing Need for Speed until I got busted by the cops.
Oh, that's old school. I used to have all that. So, I used to game more, but I don't really do so much now because I'm kind of busy, with all these projects. But when my kids were younger, I loved the Xbox 360. That was my console. We cord cut it before they had a name for cord cutting. We were doing it on there. I had everything. I didn't have to have regular TV. I'm talking about music streaming before people had were really, really music streaming. Like you had to put it through the Xbox, through all that. We were doing, and I had Need for Speed, God of War. We had a bunch of games on there. So that's definitely old school. I like the Need for Speed. I like how you can pimp out the ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wait,
I got you.
360,
Yeah.
360. We could go way back and go Nintendo.
I miss regular Xbox where you could put a CD in and burn the CD to the Xbox. I was playing like Tony Hawk and driving games with like some Wu Tang playing in the background or something. Man, that was legit because you could put your own soundtrack to the game. You know,
We didn't have no when I was like a little kid. There wasn't quite Xbox yet. Xbox wasn't up.
man, I go all the way back to Atari. Man, that's where I started.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, Atari.
Yes.
I remember Atari.
I still got a regular Nintendo too with like 30 games.
My sister has her old Nintendo.
You got
We
Nintendo?
we had
Yeah, I
well,
was collecting games.
we do the Wii with all the old school games. I got like Mario 1, 2, and 3. I got like Mario Kart. I got like Donkey Kong. And then we got some other stuff. I want to say we got like Black Ops, and stuff like that. So we got some other stuff in there too, but they got all kind of stuff in there. They got that Kirby, I don't know, the middle school kids, they love that Kirby or whatever.
I got the Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Let me ask all y'all.
We got Punch Out. We got that.
Boy, Mega Man.
Let me ask all y'all gamers something. What is the all right? What do you like the evolution of the gaming console? No matter which one you pick, and your second question is, which one is your best? Nintendo.
Nintendo 64.
I like Super Mario Nintendo out of that. And the Super Mario where Yoshi get Easter egg and he flies and you can do everything. That was my jam.
Mario 3.
I used to play Mega Man.
Yep,
I used to
love
play
that
Mega
one.
Man.
Why you say
Mega Man was my shit.
64 is the best console? Why you say that? What's
Because you had GoldenEye. Like it was different. That was the first one with the joystick. So you had GoldenEye and you had Zelda Ocarina of Time. Best game ever made. I mean, they need to remake it. You know what I mean? But
you can't beat Zelda. How?
You can't. And then there was man, it was crazy because you had Cruising World, Cruising USA. You had the racing games, you know what I mean? It was the 3D graphics and everything. I mean, it was competing with PlayStation, and PlayStation had so many games. And then PlayStation 2 came out. They had a ridiculous amount of games, and there was over like 2 million units sold. But man, I would say Nintendo 64, it just brings back these memories for me. It's nostalgia.
Yeah, I get that. I used to play Mega Man and shit, man, back in the day. That was shit.
Yeah, I didn't get into the PlayStation was cool, but my favorite game, like when people would play Sonic, I'm like, that's cool. You know, you go around the circle, you get the coins and all that. But that wasn't my favorite one. I would say if out of PlayStation, I think out of everybody I know, at PlayStation 2 had to been the one. If you was getting PlayStation 2 was one that everybody had to have. When it came out with the new ones, people was still getting the PlayStation 2. They had so many games. That was probably, I have to say, that was probably their best seller.
PlayStation 2 was the best seller, and Grand Theft Auto 3 was groundbreaking. You wouldn't have GTA 6, you wouldn't have GTA 5, San Andreas, or none of that without GTA 3.
Or GTA in general. GTA was the first ever open world game.
Yeah, I played it after I played GTA 3, and it just wasn't really the same, but I can understand the concept and how it broke ground for the other ones.
Right.
I liked Metal Gear Solid too on regular PlayStation. That one I stayed up for days, didn't even sleep, and I played it back to back and just beat it. You know, Metal Gear Solid was really cool too.
I thought it was Call of Duty was like
GTA
the
is
first
the
world
one.
game where everybody was on the internet you could play. I thought it was Call of Duty. I didn't
Well,
know
no,
it
I'm
was
talking about like open world, like running around and stuff. Like GTA are the first
yeah.
one where you could actually run around in the open world and blow up cars and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
That's what I liked about that. You could race, you could run for the police. You could blow
Yeah.
cars up. You could, and then it wasn't just guns. You could also like beat stuff up, like with like
Yeah.
objects. You know what I mean? So like that kind of stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. I remember playing it on my friend's system because I wasn't allowed to have GTA when I was like a teenager. You go to your friend's house, whoever's parents was cool with that, you go to their house and play their GTA and then go home. And your parents didn't know no better that you was being play GTA because everybody's parents wasn't buying that. You know what I'm saying? It's got other features and then people figured out how to do other stuff in there. You know what I mean? But we definitely played that. I played Call of Duty. I played some of those games and stuff like that, different ones. I've also played Resident Evil too. You
Oh,
gotta
those
go.
were my favorite. Resident Evil 1 and 2 on PlayStation 1. Man, and then they had Code Veronica on the Sega Dreamcast. That was one of my favorites too. And so I actually rebought all those on Xbox, the new remakes, and I got my son hooked on them. And I got on the Oculus, I got Resident Evil 4. That's pretty awesome. I haven't beat it yet, but it's really awesome because you actually you have to like put your hand by your hip to like grab the clip and reload and everything in the Oculus, and it's really cool. I don't know if you have Oculus, but that game's worth buying.
I tested it out at Best Buy. It was dope. It was very expensive, so we didn't get my son's like, yeah, we want that. I'm like, yeah, you know how many brothers you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like 6 of them. So and truth be told, they got like 3 Xboxes here. They got like 2 of them got a share, and then the older ones they got their own Xbox.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Last
Like the
Resident
kids
Evil
kept
I played was crazy.
they kept taking over my Xboxes too, so I got them their own. I ended up with 3 or 4 Xboxes in the house at one time, and then I bought a bunch of games. I was on the video games monthly, so where they send you like 3 games per month or whatever for a subscription of like $20 per month or whatever. And I was collecting video games. That was one of my hobbies. But I didn't get to play most of them, and it's crazy because when I was a kid, I could play games and I could beat them. And I try to play games now that I used to play as a kid, and I can't get past the second level. It's like, I'm like, how did I do this?
Available evidence.
You have more patience when you're a kid, more time.
Launched in 2024, she co-wrote
Ain't that about the truth?
Because you don't have that many responsibilities. It's like, you know what I mean? Hygiene, school, like keep your room clean, your chores. What else is there?
Yeah.
What else do you have? Like those are your responsibilities, and then you could pretty much do what you want. For us, we had the Super Mario Brothers. We had all the different. We had my favorite, the Donkey Kong Country 2. We had that.
Donkey Kong.
I was able to beat all those. We had the Donkey Kong, and the first Donkey Kong we had was through Atari. Like he said, I started out with Atari with all that Space Invaders. Donkey Kong, they had all that on my computer, like on my PC. And we had that Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, all the old games. You know what I mean? And then we got the Super Mario. We wanted to play
how about Duck Hunter? You ever had played Duck Hunter?
Yeah, like I said, all those games we played at my cousin's house. We used to go stay overnight at my Aunt Donna's house with my cousins, like Dawn, Becky, and Cindy, and we would stay over there with them. Have fun, and then we'd stay up late playing. We'd go to sleep and then get up in the morning time and be right back on the game.
Right.
And then the trick was, if you didn't want your levels to mess up, but you knew you had to turn the game off, you didn't turn the game off. You just turned off the TV. So when you came back in the morning, all your stuff was saved, and you didn't go against what they said. You just turned the TV off, and it looks like the game's off. You just go to bed. When you get up in the morning, everything's right there. Stuff off it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how you used to have to press reset and power at the same time to save Zelda, or then you have to use like passwords for like Castlevania or something, and then go to memory cards, and then now you just save it onto the console, and then now it's in the cloud. It's so much different than when we grew up.
And I was there.
Duck Hunter was part of Mario Brothers.
It was part of Mario Brothers,
Yeah.
and if you were lucky, if you had it, and your people didn't mess it up, you had like the gun that came with it. It was like orange and white or something like that.
Yeah,
It's like a long.
and then you have the gray gun is worth money. If you get that, and you get the analog control.
Civil liberties.
Those are worth money.
That's exactly
The joystick.
Yeah, the joystick controller
Yeah.
with 2 buttons.
exploiting these
Yep.
using it as this excuse. are not just going to target the students who are directly impacted, the seemingly 300 plus students who already had their visas revoked, ultimately by undermining our democratic norms and the core.
Yeah, the last Resident Evil I played was Village. It was Resident Evil 7 like DLC add-on. It was called The Village or something like that. And me and my wife, we actually beat the game together. And it was so crazy. Like you had to rescue the baby from they basically took, and it was basically really crazy. Well, anyways, you had to put the baby back together. And
Wow.
then
Oh wow.
Yeah, that
so
one's
then
number 8. I haven't played that one yet.
well no, actually it wasn't number 8. It was Resident Evil 7, but it was add-on called The Village. And so anyways, they actually made an add-on to the Village one too as well, where I want to get that one where you actually are all grown up and you're actually the kid that you had to put back together in Resident Evil Village. So it all ties in together, but it's pretty wild.
Yeah,
It
you're
was
right.
hard too.
They spell it V and then I, which is 7. You're right.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. It was really crazy. But I think that was probably one of my most favorite ones because it was different from all the other ones, but it also had the Umbrella Company in there and stuff like that too.
What about
Yeah.
the movies though? Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse. I liked that one
Oh yeah,
because they had my name in it,
yeah.
and it
I
had the
thought the
Nemesis.
Resident Evils were good. She kicks butt. I mean, she tears it down. I love to see like a woman that's like badass like that, and she's like tearing it down, like she's what I mean.
Oh
Definitely,
yeah.
I love to see women kicking butt,
Women
doing stuff
kicking
like
butt.
that. She did. I mean, she did that role. I mean, talking about the flips. I don't know if I'm sure it's part of that CGI or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But um, definitely dope movie, and there's parallels to real life. Let's just say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like the whole concept of it. I grew up on the game, so the movies were really cool for me. And then the show, if you haven't seen the show on Netflix, it's like 6 episodes. That one's pretty good too.
Is
Is
it
it
new? Is it like a new series, or was it like a short-lived series?
I think it came out in 23.
I think I
no?
remembered it, but I don't know if I don't really get to watch TV series. I do
Is
there's
it
there's
the
certain series
animation
that I
one?
binge watch, but
Yeah, I mean that one's worth watching, man. I think it was pretty good. It was a little bit different than the game and everything. It threw me off a little bit because it's different, but you kind of get sucked in because of the storyline and with the sisters and everything. It's like it's a trip. It's pretty cool.
Was that one the animation one? Because I saw one on there, and I think it was the animation one. I didn't
Yeah,
watch.
they
I don't
have
watch
that too,
TV.
but I'm talking about it's a real characters. It's just called Resident Evil something. I don't remember, but you'll know it because it only has like 6 or 8 episodes, and uh, like
Yeah, I didn't know they
on the
made
first
it.
episode,
I'm gonna
it's
check
like
that out.
on the first episode there's this like big old spider or big old beetle or something weird, like it- I don't remember, but they got the dogs chasing them and everything. They kind of incorporated a lot of what the game has. It was cool.
Nice.
I used to think that they should have came up with a Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because she was always kicking butt. That was like when I was a teenager. I really liked that show. She was always kicking butt. I love that. A matter of fact, I want to say in my political science class, they nicknamed me Buffy.
They
They
never
thought I
butt.
was the one that was gonna kick butt. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that was
that
funny.
was really
That was like,
popular.
yeah, it was. I had one class where they did that because they're like, "What do you want? What happened on this week's episode?" And I would like fill them in. I'm like, so this week, Angel, what I'm saying? And like, this is what happened. The vampire, such and such. And be like, all right, that's enough for now. Let's get back to political science class. You know what I'm saying? So, oh no.
Yeah, that show was really good. I never got into it because you know what I mean? We didn't have Netflix back then, so I didn't want to start a show halfway through and not know what happened in the beginning, you know. So I never really watched it, but maybe one of these days I'll watch it from the beginning.
If you binge watch it, it gets you know how it goes. It's almost like, I don't want to say soap opera ish, but like it's not like just for ladies, but it's, you know, like how they have the drama and it's like it's this, it's that, and then this happens with Angel, and then he's in the end, but then now he's kind of the bad guy, even though he's the vampire and she's not supposed to like him, but she still kind of likes him, and now he's on the other team. And
They
now
made
he's
they made a spin-off of that. Angel actually came up with his own TV show.
he sure, yeah, he did after that because it did so well, because Buffy did so well, he was able to come out with his own show because of that.
Yeah.
And that actually sparked a whole lot of other stuff when they had like I can't remember what the name of the show is, but there's like two brothers and they go on these different missions. They're like you know what I mean? Kind of similar to Buffy.
Yes, back, Ninja's back.
I see Ninja's back. Yeah,
what up, Ninja?
What up? What up? What up? Here we talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, that was my Kickbot TV show that I watched. I had a lot of other stuff I watched, like, you know, like Moesha and stuff like that, Sister. But like on that one, I said, let's see a woman kicking
That
butt.
one is like what happened to it? Like what happened to Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Because it was
I think
dope.
Angel happened. I think Angel happened. I think that like they did everything they could do when they switched over to Angel. They were doing good with it, and they tried to push the envelope a little bit too far, and they lost people. I think that's what happened, because I think sometime after the Angel series, I watched so much of it, and then I stopped watching. It wasn't so exciting anymore. It got to be, they were doing a little too much, I thought.
Not only that, I think she got popular and started making movies like, you know, I Know What You Did Last Summer and all that.
There's that. I watched those. I mean,
There's a new one coming out in July.
I heard that. I like horror films, so I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah, they had a series too. I Know What You Did Last Summer, the series, and I watched it.
They had a series too.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend didn't watch it with me because she wasn't into it after the first episode or two. She didn't like it, but I continued watching it all the way through, and I thought it was pretty good, honestly. I don't know if I'm just, you know, because it was a throwback for me, you know, and maybe I'm kind of biased, but I thought it was kind of good because I didn't expect the ending the way it ended, you know.
Yeah, there's a new Scream coming out too, I believe. The Final Destination. I can't wait for that.
I have to see all those.
It's really good.
Final Destination was that was my stuff growing up. You know, number 2 with the log trucks and that kid blowing himself up on the barbecuer was crazy.
Yeah, some of the stuff is like fairly realistic, especially the first one, the one that's coming out now, the newest one. I watched the trailer and I'm like, wow, that could really happen. The way that everything played out in the trailer, it's so crazy because it looks like something that could actually happen.
Are you talking about dude with the nose ring?
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the new trailer. There's actually a teaser one that you're talking about, and now there's actually a new trailer.
Okay. I got to see that because the nose ring one, I didn't like that one too much. I thought it should have pulled off his nose or his like face or something because you know the way he's hanging off his nose. Yeah, but I want to check out the one you're talking about though because I am excited to see that movie.
They're talking about an Underworld 6 too.
That's gonna be crazy because I've seen number 1 through 4.
I've seen all 5 of them.
I didn't know there was a number 5.
Yeah, there's a number 5.
I lost track at some point. I did lose track. But I've seen some of the Underworlds. I don't know if it was after 3 or 4. I think that's somewhere in there. I kind of lost track after that. But I definitely was a big movie buff. I was into watching all the movies.
I think I watched 1 and 2 of that one, and
1 and 2 are the best.
Number 3 is actually number 1. If you actually go look at it, because the
ordering of it.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
They confuse you when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, they actually go back in number 3 and tell the story before. Like in number 1, they briefly told the story, and then they told the rest of the story. But in number 3, they go back and tell the actual story to
how it began.
Number 1.
I think number 1 and 2 are the best though.
Bobby Hills, you gonna come on the show?
All right, come on.
Come on, B Hills. I see him in the comments. He's watching right now.
We
Yeah,
can't hear you.
major shout outs to B Hills and
There
Dr.
you go.
Zane.
Major shout out to B Hills.
Yeah, shout out.
We got to get him on the off the grid. What's it going to take to get him on the off the grid?
I'm sure he'll come on there. I'm sure he'll come on the show. We can play his song
$1 million.
I like that song.
B Hills.
High on Money. High on Money is
oh yeah, that's
is the
dope.
one he's got the video with.
Okay, I haven't seen that one. I saw the one with the Toxic Love.
That's the one I want to play. I want to play High on
Okay.
Money.
Well, I'd like to see that because I
got
haven't
a video
seen
to that one.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, I seen
Let's
it.
talk,
It's really
Bobby Hill. We'll catch you Tuesday.
I would say that Bobby Hill, since like I met him in the beginning, like he's really improved on his music. Definitely. He's doing a great job. Great job, B Hills. Keep it up, brother.
I love to see people
I see
as
him in
a
Oh, I'm sorry, Heather.
You good? Good. Go ahead.
I see him in the chats all the time. He be hitting up the chats. I see him in like the chats on the Trillion Show. I see him in chats on the.
Oh yeah. He comes and supports all the shows. Definitely.
Yeah. That's dope.
Heather, I just dropped a new song with Broken Sword like 5 minutes ago.
Oh my God, I love that. I love it already. Just I want to hear
I
that,
sent it
man.
to you.
Oh my God. Yeah, let me see. Do you want me to play it?
What's going on?
What's up?
What'd you say, Heather?
You want me to play it?
Yeah, you want me to put it in the chat?
Yeah, you can put it in the chat and I'll definitely play it.
So the dude who the guy whose song who made the beat, he goes by Noble Ruffin, but his real name we used to call him Suge. I used to live with this dude back in the day. We used to record on 4-track. He
wow.
Actually in Kinga, I don't know if you remember Kinga, the chick I managed. She used to live there too when she was like 8 and watch us make beats and freestyle and sit on the steps when she was like 8, and then she grew up to be a singer/actor.
Okay. I remember Kenya from earlier because Kenya kept saying they had been from Rochester, and I'm from Buffalo, so I know about a little bit about Rochester. I didn't do too much out there, but we used to go out like KOA, go camping and stuff like that. I like some nature. You know what I'm saying? Nature in the building type stuff.
Right.
So we used to go out there for that, but I know it's like Rochester's like 45 minutes from Buffalo.
King is not from Rochester. King is from Connecticut. You're thinking of Don. You're thinking of Don Andreas. He's from upstate. Yeah.
Now I saw the article that you did on Giovanni earlier on Giovanni Pratt. I saw that article.
Oh, he's from the Bronx. Yeah. That's my guy.
Yeah. It's funny because I keep running into people. I like their stuff, and they got my kid's name. Like I have a son named Giovanni,
right.
And then I'm working on getting this comedian coming out here. His name is Julius, and he's got sickle cell. So I'm working on trying to get him out here on one of the shows. But my oldest son's name is Julius, and he has sickle cell.
Okay.
So you know what I mean. So there's like a lot of names been circulating around lately.
What's up, Ninja?
Oh, you know.
What's up?
I know something's going on.
What up, kid? What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
What up?
Sorry, I've been MIA a bit. I know. I'm gonna holler at you.
Oh yeah, just call me.
All right.
Definitely. I want to do another track with him as well. I want to do a track and then have him feature on there. But I love the sound. I love that old school hip hop sound that you guys have, that Broken Sword had with the lyric system. And I was listening to some of his other tracks last night. I listened to one of your tracks last night that I did not know that when you branched out, it was a totally different song that I had heard. Let me see if I can tell you what it is. Hold on. Because I text this song that I listened to yours. I texted to myself, oh, you put it on my thing. Hold on. I'm gonna send this to my email. Because you put it in my text. I can't put it on the thing like that. Give me a second.
It's in the chat too, though.
Okay. I just played it on the chat.
Nah, we about to Ninja. We about to really like. I thought I was gonna like really like.
I don't see it. Is it in the private chat?
I can just email it to you. Ninja, I thought I was gonna be able to flood the market for April, but then Carol had her heart surgery, so I wasn't able to really go. I slowed down. Like I was to the point where I was dropping like an album almost every single day. I was really trying to
I had to say
it was
like
crazy.
Will says is I've never heard anybody drop as much as you do.
Supreme.
I mean, you're like you could drop an album a week.
No.
He was dropping an album a day. Like I think I literally said that on one of the other shows, like last week or something like that.
The first 2 weeks of this month, I was dropping an album every single day, but then family stuff, medical stuff, I had to slow it down. But now I'm starting today. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna end the month off strong, and in April, every day, no less than like 15 songs.
That's inspiring.
Starting today.
I'm trying to make sure I drop one at least once a month. What I'm trying to do,
hit the
I'm gonna work my way up. I don't know that I'm gonna try to do no album a day, but I'm gonna try to be more consistent with my song making.
With like world records and stuff like that.
Oh,
that's what I was saying. He's got like 100,000 songs.
I wonder if you could make the Guinness Book for that. I don't think I know anybody.
I've already looked into it, and it's too expensive. It's not worth it. It's not worth it because like they have to come. 2 observers have to come from the institute in London, and they can't stay with you, and you have to give them like per diem. So you have to give them like $120 a day to eat. You got to pay for their lodging. It becomes not worth it. Like I know I have it. It doesn't matter because I know I have it.
Yeah,
like,
no, you don't need proof for that. It's like it's like if someone's gangster, you ain't got to say that you down. If you down, like we can tell you that you down. You know what I'm saying? You with the cause, you with it. Just by it's like Nuff said. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to prove nothing.
Yeah, like I passed Bob Dylan years ago. I'm almost at 8,000. It's not even a contest anymore.
No, definitely. You definitely drop a lot of tracks. I'm finna email this because I don't see it in the email.
I emailed it to you.
Okay, hey, I'm gonna say much love, guys. Thank
Taking
you for having me today. I truly appreciate it. I'm gonna get ready for bed. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the meeting.
All right,
peace out.
Have a good night, Chris. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share this. Give me 1 second. Put this over here. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and then we will go ahead and get this played. It should be this one. Yep. Do you hear it?
I started hearing something, but I don't hear anything now.
Yeah, I don't hear.
Yeah, I don't think I hear. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, I don't hear anything anymore.
There you go. Now you're.
I'm not turning.
All right, hold on.
Talking that. Yeah, niggas just don't know. Yeah, nigga, raise. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? Check. I'm nocturnal, terrible assumed by paternal. My thoughts get engaged like the strength of an activist. You don't know the half of this, I'm about to splash the gift. Radiant, and I don't care to them and path I hit. I'm rare form, no ain't nothing about a nigga, no. Been through a lot, trust ain't nothing like a nigga storm. Stay well informed and well versed and shaking earth. I spit aerodynamics, you think you in a hearse. Spot hugging, low lean, nigga bean bugging. Bring oil to a canister, you get nothing. You want something to get here, it's my heart pumping. Got the weed, got the blunts, let's spark something. The prop nothing from my mind, I'm a simple beast. And when it's time to go hunt, nigga, it's time to feast. I increase the time, for me it's all peace. But if you come at me wrong, you see it's all teeth. You fuck with any of my niggas, you getting all beat. And if you fuck with my fam, I'm going 0-6. Trailer load of fuck shit I'm coming with. Niggas can't really see me, not even the government. I'm moving like a shadow when they thought they tried to stop me, but they couldn't take my heart. Going from the star bars, and I get to break it all, taking all, put to the house. You know I shake it up, feel good mixing this shit. I'm about to take it all. It's like you in the ring with Tyson and you forget the ball. You know what I'm saying? You see nigga coming in, you know it's about to happen, man. Hey yo, I gotta get the come up, dog. Yo, I'm saying, everybody know that this shit bump amazing. Real shit topping it off with no delaying. Everybody
Everybody know that this shit bump amazing. I gotta get the come up, dog, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that this shit bump amazing. Real shit topping it off with no delaying. Everybody know that this shit bump amazing.
It's Silver Fist, on top, kill your click. One man Timbercell, Marines can't handle this. Experience is not the best teacher, cause in the rhyme bring God to death, I'll beat ya. Atomic flow, I heat features, I keep speakers bleeding. You have now awakened the mic demon. Good evening, I pop up like trick-or-treating. With enough sick bars, depopulate your whole region. I'm worse than the CIA's first version of AIDS. Knocked on a barber, I give out fades for days and nights. I punch around for fun and right. Whoever under the table plus keep my grams tight. I still push the rhyme cocaine. You damn right, the rhyme knocked the wings. I would aim your damn flight. Bang!
Hey yo, I gotta get the come up, dog, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that this shit bump amazing. Real shit topping it off with no delaying. Everybody know that this shit bump amazing. I gotta get the come up, dog, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that this shit bump amazing. Real shit topping it off with no delaying. Everybody know that this shit bump amazing.
So amazing, fucking with me, when great minds come together, that's a straight win against all odds. Hell, we facing, we rocking with the gods. From the basement to the penthouse, get out, no escaping. Toss it up, we get you high like a vape pen. Moonwalking, gliding, roller skating. It's elementary, we bring it back to the basics. Schooling these niggas like students on a state trip. Bravo, smoking hydro, got my eyes low. She ordered a Cosmo, politic while we politic on the top floor. She my top chick, short mistress. I make it seem like biscuit. When shit get thick, I'm popping off the biscuit. Body banging a whip, twist your whip, bitch. I'm back, niggas. Broken sword, it's a rap, nigga. Don't make me pull a Will Smith and slap niggas. Facts, nigga. I don't trap, I boom back, nigga. No cap, hold that, black, nigga. Rhyme rebel spit, black flag, heavy check. Can't see me too, tell a bitch. Black magic matters, I'm killing these whack rappers with makes of lyrical daggers, burning the purple cabbage. Awkward.
Hey yo, I gotta get the come up, dog, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that this shit bump amazing. Real shit topping it off with no delaying. Everybody know that this shit bump amazing. I gotta get the come up, dog, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that this shit bump amazing. Real shit topping it off with no delaying. Everybody know that this shit bump amazing.
Yeah.
That was dope.
That's
Damn.
dope.
I apologize,
Yes,
yo.
sir.
I never heard the full version of the song. I only like gave my verse and whatever, so I didn't know it was that much. You know, I don't curse when I rap, so I didn't.
You got bars, though.
We already had cursing in the show, so I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? We played the other song, we had curses, so that there's nothing we can do about that.
Right. Thank you, though, Ninja. I try, man.
Yeah.
Bars,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's bars.
You give me that old school vibe.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. You know, you know what I like to say though? Good bars and good music as a whole is not old school. It's never gone out of style, man. It's just
No, I get that.
pushed, you know what I mean?
It's got that like old school with the kick of new school type.
I feel you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. I mean, follow me on SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Just look up Supreme Allah. I'm on there.
We might have to find a better terminology for that Supreme. Let me say this: it's got the old school vibes because it's lyrical hip hop. That's really on. If you want the meat potatoes, that's what it is.
Yes.
I mean, I remember like when I first met you, you came in Worldwide, and I listened to that like, hey, what does this sound like? Like I don't care what y'all talk about. I like that. No, if ain't none of y'all vibe with that, that's something that I like to listen to. I listen to it on my own private time because I like hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I like to listen to a lot of different stuff. You know.
Well, the thing about it is right. Is the cats? I'm messaging people right now, sending them a new song. The thing about it is the people that get into this thinking that like trying to like I meant to talk about this the other day, but I had so much going on. But like people that get into this kind of like doing whatever's like the trend and what's cool at the time, they're not nowhere as far as like having a real fan base and really having like some longevity in this game, yo. Like Common's a great example, you know what I mean? Like Common, he's still here and he's still doing stuff because like he didn't say, okay, I'm gonna try and do what the young people are doing or try to, you know. So to me, no such thing as old school, man. It just
I like to tell people, you know, when they ask me, well, what type of music, what type genre you into, or what what you talk about, I tell them, I said I don't put myself in a box. I rap about a lot of different things or whatever.
Right, no doubt.
Lyricism. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. It's lyrical hip
lyricism.
hop. Call it what it is. It's really we gonna start saying this. They're saying it sound. I got the old school vibes. Let's just call lyrical hip hop what it is.
Lyrical hip hop.
Yeah, lyrical, I can go with that.
So like a lot of people will say, they'll call it true school.
True school. Oh yeah, I've seen that with 2 O's.
Yeah, they'll call it true.
Yeah.
No, true, like true school. Not true, like TRUE.
TRU?
Yeah, like
I've seen that.
like true school, man. Because like
I've heard of that.
I say this all the time, right? When MC Hammer was out, so was Boot Camp Click. It's just like, period, man. No offense to nobody, but because I'm my own person, you know. When Tupac was big and huge, I was listening to J. Rue the Damager. You know what I mean? Like I had an older brother that was like, "Yo, this is what it is right here, not that." Like, yes, Tupac's popular. Yes, great. Salute, great man. Don't like his music. I'll keep it funky with you. I was never a big fan of Pac's music, yo. I'm not saying he's whack. No one can say he's whack, right? But I was never a fan because it didn't speak to me. But like the stuff J. Rue the Damager was talking about spoke to me. How to Eat to Live. You played yourself. You know, you making fun of Puff and all that. The Bush Babies, Most Def. So like at every level in the game with hip hop music, there was always like the stuff that was like there was Nelly, then there was Talib Kweli.
Yes, Talib Kweli and like Tribe Called Quest. Shut the front door, man. I love me some Tribe Called Quest. Q-Tip. I'm talking about all. All that they were giving the real. You know what I'm saying? Because they called out. They called out. Let me say, they have a song that you could say. I can't say that, you know, the title or whatnot, but you know what song I'm talking about, and they're talking about how people were saying, "Hey, sucker, play up whatever you are."
Of course.
Okay, but what they're talking about is on the neo people of the 90s. Okay, so they talking about how there's a whole new agenda and what was going on and how people was buying into it. They was really talking about it, and everybody was listening to that. I was listening to that.
Sure. So that song right there, song you're talking about, that's off of Midnight Marauders.
Yes.
And it's only Q-Tip on the song, and that sample is from when Busy B, aka Love Bug Starsky, was battling against the Cold Crush brothers in Wild Style. He says, "Hey, sucker, whoever you are, you didn't buy my car." So Q-Tip sampled that. Actually, Jay Dilla did that beat. Rest in peace.
That was dope. It was definitely
one of the greatest beats ever. The bass line on that. But the thing is, like I said, so like Tribe Called Quest couldn't stand MC Hammer, right? They couldn't stand it, right? It's a Hammer. What you say, Hammer? Pop. Rappers not pop, if you call it that, right? Watch this though. Now you have people that think that hip hop, because hip hop is pop now, right? Hip hop is crossed over. It's the number one streaming service and whatever, number one, blah, blah, blah. But now that it's crossed over, unfortunately, you have everybody trying to duplicate and imitate what is popular. And that is not it. That's not it. So what's happening is the culture is getting watered down to the point where it's not going to mean nothing. I remember Ghostface said in an interview, Life Giving Him Season was way to the studio. Ghostface said in an interview a long time ago, they were like, what's your problem with Soulja Boy? They were like, he sold millions and it's not a third. He said, it's not, I have a problem with him personally, but what he's doing, and Ghost said this in like 2006 in The Source. He said, listen, it's watering down hip hop. And if it's something that you built, whether it's your own property or your bank account or even a a mentality that you pass on to your children. He said we need to keep hip hop pure so that it can live on forever and ever, because jazz used to be very much more popular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once they got the corporations got a hold of it and watered it down, now you've got Family Guy making jokes about jazz, right? I don't watch I don't watch Family Guy. I did see it because Carol watches it because she thinks it's funny. I don't think it's funny. It's racist and disgusting. But anyway, so I was watching it one time. No. I don't watch film. I don't watch that kind of stuff. I don't watch slave movies. But anyway, so they were like, it was like a skit, and a lady walked and said, "What are you listening to?" And he said, "This new jazz record. It's #1. It sold 3 copies."
Oh.
They took it and diluted it to the point where it doesn't mean anything, right? And it's not valuable. And that's what's happening with hip hop. I mean, like you were saying earlier, there's starting to be a shift backwards.
There is a shift.
However, there's still too many people trying to do what they hear and see and think is going to be successful for them. So they're imitating and mimicking, and it's becoming a parody of itself, where it's like someone like that guy from wherever he's from with tattoos on his face. I don't know his name. He does the Mountain Dew. I don't know his name. The white
Is it
guy.
Malone? Post Malone?
Yeah. So you got someone like him, right? Who can come in, take from the culture, and then as soon as he's gotten famous for it, decide he doesn't want it anymore.
I
right?
saw that. No, I saw that with the country rap, and I was like, "Yo,
hold on.
What happened, Post Malone?
This
Touch
show?
was down."
He's not down. Let me. You never was. Let me bring it home for you though. Who else did that? That's about 20 years older than him. Kid Rock.
I remember that.
So
I remember that.
So when you allow people to come to the culture, and it's not a white or black thing. When you allow people to come to the culture and take from it and not give back anything, it keeps happening because people allow it, right? Me personally, I'm not going to sit here and support something that I know is not pure from the culture. Point blank, period. That goes all the way down from, at any rate, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it for Monday because I got something for y'all Monday. But yeah,
I got something to say on that. So look, I knew something wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right a long time ago when my it was pointed out to me that he was in a video before he got famous wearing booty shorts, and he's not in that club that I'm aware of. So if you're not in that club, we don't support that. I'm just saying, if you not like LGBTQ and you're wearing a full set of nails and you do, we don't support that.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Post Malone was wearing like booty shorts in this video.
He probably is in the club. He probably is in the club. That's how he got famous.
I don't know. But anyways, I'm just saying, if you're not in the club and you're doing that, like that's not cool. If you're in the club, we support you, and that's you. We support that. Be yourself. The problem where I'm going with that is authenticity. The reason that things get watered down, and the reason that people are imitating is because they don't know themselves. These people are not authentic. They don't know who they are, and they don't know their sound. Now, you know what I'm saying? And we all have to find that. Now, it took me a while to figure out what my sound was, because I knew how to like do all these different genres. I could imitate other artists. I spent time doing different vocal tricks that different artists do to figure out what I wanted my sound to be like. And then I had to come out with my sound of who I am. So no matter what I'm singing, I always sound like me. It might be a different genre, but you're going to know that it's Heather Banks is singing the track. And a lot of these younger folks that's out here, artists, hip hop, whatever, they don't know themselves. They don't know who they are. That's why when you see them one way and then they go through Hollywood, they come out and they do all this other stuff because they're doing whatever they're told. And then when they start to figure themselves out, they're locked into doing this other image that they don't want nothing to do with.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? All the booty club stuff and all that stuff. People tired of that. And it's like it's the same narrative. It's the same. There's nothing coming out of that. There's nothing good coming out of that. People have a party, they have fun, they go out, whatever. That's fine. But it ain't like we're just having a good time at the club. Yo, we having fun. Hey.
Right.
But you know I'm saying, so it's a whole different thing. If people don't know themselves, they're not authentic. If you're authentic, can't nobody take that from you. There is no other Talib Kweli. There is no other Q-Tip. There's nobody like them. There is no other Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
Authenticity. I don't know anybody else that sound like you. Like your sound Supreme. There's no other Supreme. There's no other Heather Mariee. There's no other Ninja. There's no other Midwest Kid. We all have our own unique sounds. We're authentic. There's nobody else in there there's nobody in there trying to copy my sound. Now as I get myself out there, there'll probably be a lot a lot of people that want to do that. You know, I like Summer Walker, but everyone go out and sound like her. Everybody want to sound like the Money Long or whatever. They do one song, everybody falls in love with the song, and everybody sing the song. That's great. But then when you have new artists and they come out and they try to copy this, we're not looking for that.
Right.
What they're looking for is the flavorism. Like if you got jazz, you got Ella Fitzgerald. You know what I'm saying? There's all these Eartha Kitt. There's all these Neil Armstrong. You know what I'm saying?
Let me show you something. I don't know if this is even gonna fit. Let me see. Hold on. I can't hear you at the same time, but do you see it? Can you see that?
I can see part of it, but I can't see it clear.
So that picture is called. Hold on, I don't want to break it. That picture is called "A Great Day in Harlem."
I know what that is. I couldn't, like I said, I really couldn't see, but I know exactly what that is. I'm big into art, and I go to the galleries.
You got Thelonious Monk. You got Dizzy Gillespie.
Oh my God!
Sun Ra.
Yes.
Everybody famous from that time. Duke Ellington, everybody in one picture. And so they remade this picture, A Great Day in Harlem, but it was a great day in hip hop. And everybody that was there. Yeah.
Wow. Yep. So see, that's what I didn't know. I know exactly what that poster was. So I couldn't really see. But when you said that, I already know. Like I love Thelonious Monk. Like Sentimental Mood. Are you kidding me? Love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that off that whole album, I can play it right now. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum. You know what I'm saying? Like I came up on that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just like I listen to hip hop and I listen to rap. I have other genres I listen to. Like I know I do know the pop music. I do know the pop, but I know some rock music too. Like I have different genres. You know what I'm saying? That I know. And maybe you wouldn't know that, but I'm a big jazz lover.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of the old jazz standards. Matter of fact, the first person that ever gave me voice lessons was my grandmother. And I have her old 45s right here in my house, which she put out.
Hold on 1 second.
You know what I'm saying? So it just definitely takes it back. Definitely takes it back with the jazz. I don't know if any of the rest of you listen to jazz, but it definitely puts you in a different mood, a different vibe. I love jazz brunch on the weekends. Sometimes I put that on in the kitchen when I'm in there making my brunch and stuff like that. But
well, jazz kind of mixes in with R&B, and you be like the R&B star on that thing. So yeah,
I like listening to all types of stuff. Gives me ideas, you know, play around with.
But I can scan everything.
I was too. I when I grew up, I was listening to like Diggable Planets, you know, and I love Diggable Planets. They were like jazzy, and they had this style that you couldn't match.
So you know Doodlebug from Diggable Planets. I have a song with him.
Really, Doodlebug?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. And Ladybug Mecca, she lives in Connecticut.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna send it to you. The song I got with Doodlebug from Diggable Planets. My mom's on it too.
I want to hear that, no doubt.
Yeah, I want to hear it too.
Your mom's on it?
All right, you know what? I'll just drop it in the chat.
Drop it in there, man. Drop it in there.
All right. Yep. My mom's on it. Yep.
That's what's up. Hey, I can't even. That's dope.
Yeah. Diggable Planets, that was something else. Back there was nobody that was like them, and that if you were talking about developing yourself into something totally original, that's Diggable Planets. They took something from the jazz era and turned it into
Heather, you want me to email it?
Yeah, you can email it.
No, they did, but I mean, and then Guru took it even further with the Jasmine Matthias series, you know.
I always support that. I would show up. I like to go to the piano bars, and I will do some jazz set. Like if we show up, like if I was come show out, we come hang out with you and Carol and them or the crew, whatever, and we want to go do some jazz. And I go out there and sing some jazz standards. I know how to scat and everything.
Oh wow!
I learned from my grandmother.
I said,
I got like I have to show you in the studio. Sometime you'll be like, shut up. Maybe I'll do some scat and stuff, and we'll do a hip hop thing, and I put some scat on the track and
I play jazz bass.
Oh wow! Okay.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I Yeah, I play the bass, drums, guitar, keyboard, harmonica.
It's in your email, Heather.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna check them right now.
Yeah, so Doodlebug is the, well, my mom's first, then Doodlebug. He goes by CK7 as well. His son raps too. He lives in Arizona.
Doodlebug son raps.
So I got his son on a track with Young Garvey, who's a Comrade Kent member. So like me and his dad did a track, and then him and his son. Yeah, man. Yes. No,
what? That's legendary, homie.
It's so dope.
I know Butterfly too. I know him personally. Yeah, I know them dudes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of like real tight with a lot of the Wu-Tang dudes. So.
Yeah, that is right. Because they were all underground back then.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody there is always underground. If you talk about the underground rap, underground scene, the underground hip hop, that's the movement that's keeping it alive. That's what keeps hip hop alive is the underground more than anything.
That's always been though, right? That's
always been. It's what I believe. Yeah.
I always tell people I don't necessarily want to become like radio people. You know, I want to stay underground, but get big underground.
Sure.
You know, that's what I tell people.
No, I know what he means. Listen, let me tell you something. The greatest example besides Common, so I'll go even more underground, right? Rock Marciano, right? Well, besides Griselda, but Rock Marciano, right? He's signed to Rock Nation now. This man is about to be 47 years old, and there's commercials coming on regular TV from Rock Nation with Rock Marciano. Rock Marciano was down with Flip Mode Squad. He was down with Busta Rhymes' crew. He was on a song called The Heist off Busta's second solo. It's him, Ghost, Raekwon, and Rock Marciano. He left Flip Mode because he wanted to do his own thing. Rock Marciano's like the godfather of the underground. And for years, he stuck with it. He just signed to Rock Nation. So it pays, man. Look at Rhapsody. She won a Grammy. She don't get up there and shake her booty and do all that stupid stuff, right? You stick to your guns, you can. I believe you can get somewhere if you just stick to it, yo.
It's authenticity. It's authentic. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it 1,000 times. Like I don't get tired of it. Be the change that you seek. Be the change. When we talk about it, we be about it. If you bring something to me, say let's do it. We getting on. We finna do it. Yeah. I'm not just gonna talk, keep talking all day. I'm gonna do it. We gonna put motion into action and do it. That's one of them people, because I know that's one of your pet peeves too, Supreme. But you know, if you call on me, we gonna be about it. We're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna be about it. We'll make the plan and then we're gonna put it into action. You know what I mean? But you're right about Rhapsody. And I know I want to say Erykah Badu's been supporting her as well. I've seen her because I follow her on my Instagram page, but I met her. Oh my God, I want to say, was it 2004? I think 2004. I met Erykah Badu in New Orleans.
Oh wow.
I kind of snuck backstage. The story I snuck backstage, and I gifted her a crystal, and she was actually pregnant with Common's baby at that time. So I briefly met her. She gave me some good advice. She was like, I was like, what do I need?
When was this?
This was back. It was in New Orleans, House of Blues. I want to say it was I think it was 2004 when she came to House of Blues, and she was pregnant.
I hate to correct you, but she doesn't have a baby with Common. It's with Andre 3000.
Oh, with Andre 3000. I'm wrong, baby. Like I'm not good with the baby daddy things. I'm not good with that. You know what I'm saying? With people's lives. Like I follow the music. I know their lyrics. I know what's behind the songs. I'm not good with the relationship parts of it, you know, like that kind of part. I'm not really good at that. So my apologies to that. Andre 3000's child. But I met her and she was amazing. She's definitely down to earth. She's authentic. She's about what she talks about. She's a real person. She's a regular person. She's, people they're like, oh, celebrities, but she's a regular, real person. You know what I mean? And she gave me good advice. It was like, well, what do I need to do? I was like, I felt like if I could get somebody that was really doing it in the music industry. And I'm like, what is it that I need to be doing so that I can do my craft and I can be seen and I can be heard? What do I need to be doing with my craft? And she said, you need to get in the studio and make more music. Just make music and make more music and don't worry about it. Figure it out. If it's good, it's bad, whatever, make the music. And then the ones that's going to come to you, that kind of thing. So she said, make more music. And that's what I'm in here doing. It took me a little while to figure, like I said, took me to figure out my sound, how I wanted to do it, because there's a lot of different genres of music that I like jazz, like R&B, like hip hop, and I also rap. But trying to figure out, because people try to box you, they try to, oh, well, you're just a rapper. Oh, well, you're just an R&B. No, I do different things. I do multi genres. I can switch over from this genre to the next, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to be boxed. I'm just me. I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes what I like might not be what you, you know what I mean? But
that's why I listen to like there's this guy named Second Chance. He don't be rapping. He be rapping. He be doing R&B, country, whatever. You know, he don't put himself in one box. So that's kind of why I like to listen to like Second Chance guy.
Definitely. What? Hey, Supreme, I've got your track. Let's go ahead and pull this up and let's play it.
Stay focused, stay on track, don't look back, stay free.
This is a Ghost Omega production.
Freedom to bone, strict knowledge, leave it at home. Mail when we roam, mental slaves free in they domes. Freedom to bone, strict knowledge, leave it at home. Mail when we roam, mental slaves free in they dome. Freedom to bone, strict knowledge, leave it at home. Mail when we roam, mental slaves free in they domes. Freedom to bones, freedom to bones, freedom to bones.
Yo, my freedom of thoughts is freedom of death. So I free my mind from the culture of the West, where people oppressed for color of the flesh, where people with less get financially stressed. So I think it's best I press on like lead nails and try to teach my kid to succeed where I fail. These freedom poems don't translate to retail in a fake ass world where real rap just won't sell. I'm making moves with my dudes down under ground with the sound rocks your world like thunder. The night wonder, you couldn't see me like Stevie. Even if I live stream the process on TV, so easy star, you know who I are. It's Mr. Doodle Big with that jazz repertoire, like drums and bass lines, trumpets and real rhymes. Patience, grasshopper, all shine in due time. Mind over matter, money over bitches. The roaches all scatter when you hit the light switches. But I never switch up, never ever bitch up. Hand my son a crown, then I ask y'all niggas what's up. What's up, what's up, yeah. What's up? Yo, it's CK7, Prime Omega. Let's get free, y'all. Let's go.
Freedom to bone, street knowledge, leave it at home. Mail when we roam, mental slaves free in they dome. Freedom to bone, street knowledge, leave it at home. Mail when we roam, mental slave free in they dome. Freedom to bone, street knowledge, leave it at home. Mail when we roam, mental slaves free in they dome. Freedom to bones, freedom to bones, freedom to bones. I started rhyming just to free all my people. And I don't be lying, claiming that we all equal. One life to live, comrade, it's no sequel. So if you take a shot, make sure it's lethal. And hit your goal, maybe. These radio programmers is crazy, picking similar songs daily. They straight lazy. We're underground, there's some poets rocking the planet. Through wisdom, understanding, but the knowledge came first. In the country where you'll be shamed since your birth. For what it's worth, I see you when I feel you. Suburbs, the project, police will still kill you. It's getting ill, you must teach the seeds. Information overpowers greed, indeed. Take heed, catch your enemy solo, won't make the right man bleed. Don't shoot in the crowd, you might hit the youth, yo. We need them around. Unite, have fun, and let's all get down. The gods see knowledge with the flow profound. European bomb threat coming through your town. Prime Omega. Yeah, it's Supreme Law Magnetic. With the God Seek Knowledge, aka Doodlebug. Legends is in the building, man. It's Comrade Kent. Whatever you do, try to make the world better and leave something better for the babies when you're done with it. You know what I mean? Word. Let's keep this hip hop alive. For the people. Peace. Freedom to poems, for knowledge, leave it at home. Bail when we roam, mental slaves free in they dome. Freedom to poems, for knowledge, leave it at home. Bail when we roam, mental slaves free in they dome. Freedom to poems, for knowledge, leave it at home. Bail when we roam, mental slaves free in they dome. Freedom to poems, freedom to poems. It's Comrade Camp, yo. God see knowledge on the track. It's legendary status, man. Peace. Freedom to poems, freedom to poems, freedom to poems, freedom to freedom to poems, freedom to poems, freedom to poems, freedom to poems.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing is that song, ready for this? That song, part itself. Like I said, I never pay for verses. So he hit me up on Twitter because I was doing so much. That was made in 2019. I was going so hard on Twitter. That's what I'm telling people. Twitter is so necessary. All of the 35 and older rappers, that's what they use. And he hit me up and he saw how much noise I was making because I was getting all these different magazines and blogs and podcasts. And he contacted me, asking me for my number. He's the one that told me Ladybug Mecca lives a few towns over. And he's like, yo, we're going to do a song, period. Never charge me. Now, you notice he says Prime Omega. So it's not like I just got a verse that everyone can have. I never pay for verses. So if y'all want to start collabing with, like, I got Heather this song, Broken Sword, I can get y'all on songs with the people that's really in it and doing it,
That's really Doodlebug from Diggable Planets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope though. That's dope.
That's dope.
You never know who's gonna reach out to you. Like I will tell you, I reached out to Ghostface because he's on my TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And like I messaged him, I was trying to get him to like a WWC meeting or something like that. Maybe we can get him to come on the show, and if he's working on a project or some music. If you listen, Ghostface, we out here. You know what I'm saying? Collab up. Come on the show, play music.
Thing is
oh, you talking about Ghostface Killer and the Wu-Tang?
I'm talking about yeah. He like somehow he was following my TikTok. And then he messaged me, and I was like, "Yo, you should come to like the meeting." Whatever. One day he was like,
"Well, we got Supreme Allah right here. What are you talking about?"
We got Supreme. I'm not saying that. I love a good collab. I love a good collab, and if anybody that wants to collab and do the thing, like, let's do it. That's
I want to do more. I want to do more collabs and shit.
Yeah, well, let's do it. I mean, Heather has I put my number in the chat. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, man.
I'm gonna write this down on my phone.
That whole situation with them foreigners, Heather, you know what I'm talking about. Has not left things in good standing with the it's not good.
Oh, we talk later. We'll talk about that later because you know, yeah. Well, my bad to hear about that. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that.
I told you about it.
Yeah.
I told you about it, and then you know, and then JJ said he was gonna reach out to the people and try to correct things, but that's anyway. Well, I'm glad you like the song. Yes, that's Doodlebug. I mean, like, nothing I have is like, here's how I look at it, right? Nothing I have for features is like, oh my god, it's like way up here, but it's also not way down there. It's like mid, right? So like I might have like a Buddha Monk or a Master Killer, people that aren't like so famous, but they have a cult following, and that's what's important. And then that's what I leverage, like the fact that I'm younger than them, and the fact that I have a little bit of motion, and the fact that they have their motion that's left over, it's residual. So you can leverage it, and these people will do songs with you, but you have to be in the spaces that they are, man. And I've been preaching this since I got down with Worldwide Collab. If you don't have Twitter, you're
I've been on Twitter. I've had it like I don't know, once a decade. Like
you have to use it like, and that's part of my like 555 thing, right? Where spend 5 minutes on Twitter. Like I used to go on Twitter a lot, and that's how I met Doodlebug. That's how I met you know what? I met a producer. The song's up there. I just don't like to promote it, but I met a producer who was like, "Yo, Kendrick was in the studio. He did a hook, and he didn't really like it. You want the song?" Like, I have a legitimate, like, I have never, and I put that on my kids. I've never done a beat pack. I've never done like a feature, whatever that's called. Everything has been natural. So like, I have a whole song with Kendrick. I don't even push it because my ex, who stole all my royalties in my life, he still gets it. But it's online. But
what about that song "Call Me" that you have off? It's off the White Dreams Black Incarceration album that I listened to the other day.
I do get paid for. Oh, that's what you're talking about. I do get paid for that.
I heard that track and I said, "Yo, that's totally different." It was an upbeat. It was like a dance track
with the Al Green sample.
Song that's danceable. I said, "That's crazy," but it sounded good.
With the Al Green sample.
Most of it. I didn't listen to all of it. The album.
So that song,
half of it.
So that song was a song I re-released it, but I did that song when I was had a thing with Warner. Sold 3 million in Japan. I got not one penny for it. Sold 3 million copies.
Damn, we should do a remix. We should do a remix.
I can't. Warner will sue you. They won't sue me.
Oh.
Nothing's in my name. I never put anything in my name, so they won't be suing me.
Gotcha.
Even my publishing is not in my name. I don't do, because then the state will try and take it for when you were incarcerated. So like, let's say I got $1 million, they take $33,000 for every year I was locked up. I did 13. So
Do you do it like everything in my mama name?
You got it.
Good rich.
You got it.
You know what I'm saying?
You got it. Where the
I
pockets go?
You wouldn't know. As soon as I moved to North Carolina, they came out with that. Like I swear, it's like I moved with the music. You know how like they had the Great Migration from like New Orleans to New York. And I'm not saying I want to take anybody out of New York, but I'm saying I want to do the opposite. I want to take everybody that was like up there, like the music was all New York centric, and I'm from New York and I love New York. But we want to bring some stuff down south where it's a little warmer. We can have a little fun down here. The weather's a little better, you know what I'm saying? And do that, and like bring it full circle, bring the culture full circle, and reclaim anything that was washed down, watered out, whatever. Let's go back and reclaim. I call it the Great Reclamation. Let's take it back. Let's do it right. You know what I'm saying? And let's, you know what I'm saying? Like give it the good content. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't know what else to say.
Right. I was hoping Life Giving MC got here before we ended, but he just texted me and said he's gonna be a little bit late. He's supposed to be here 9:30. But
we can get him on the show next week. We'll just tell him, set him up for the show next week, give him my contact information, and he's like locked in. We'll put him on the show next week.
Yeah, thank you. Right.
Definitely. If you got anybody that's likes doing music or other art projects, even though we mostly do music, if they have other people, like say if they're like an author or they have like a fashion line or they're like stuff like that, I will still take them out, interview them in one, because I want to hear. I'm a culture person. I read books. Like, you know what I'm saying? I read books, I read magazines. I'm always with the paper and the pen right here. Paper and the pen, like the paper and the pen. That's all if I don't have nothing else, I didn't have nothing else, I need the paper and the pen. I need it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's different. It's like, you got to get that out of your head. I mean, in the shower, I write so many songs up here in the shower. I don't know what that, but you harmonize with other people, and then I got to come out there and I got to write it. I get these hooks, boom, 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 boom. I'm really good. Like as many songs as you make, I can probably make as many hooks in a day. Right. But then I have to complete the songs. Like that's my thing. I'm like the hook maker. I can make all the hooks and be like, damn, them hooks be fly. You know what I mean? I come out with that, and then I add the rest of it. Like when I did the track with Broke a Sword, Friend in the Rain, I came out with the hook, and then I added, you know what I'm saying? So
I mean I can get a bunch. That's nothing. Artists that want to get their stuff out there. But if I get like let's say I get like Master Killer to come up here or something, or Capadon, like it would just have to be you interviewing them. You know what I'm saying? Like
no. See, so it would be different. Like I can pre-record, I can do whatever you want. We bring people on here because we want to. Like I'm trying to get my show out there. I want to have the interaction. We bring it out. You see how we did the show last week? That was dope. But I like to have at least two guests or maybe 3 guests. So we have people to interview with the music, and we can keep it more like that. But if we don't, then I don't mind chopping it up and us talking about the real, because the real needs to be talked about. But if we bring them on, I definitely will do a special for them and make sure that it's not that way. And like you see how I did for J Soul for Real, we'll make sure it's like that. You see what I'm saying? That's how, like, you know, if you're like, you know, like a renowned artist like that, I'm gonna put you on first. I'm gonna do all that stuff like that, and it's not gonna be. And then if they gotta go and then we want to cut up after that, we can definitely do that. But I always like to put the professional on, do whatever, and then we can play any other tracks. We can talk about whatever after the fact. But I definitely put the professional on first,
right?
And you know what I mean. And that part, no problem. I definitely do keep it professional. But I like to give our voices, like our people, you know, a chance too. You know what I'm saying? Because we're making our way, and it's important to support our people like Midwest Kid and like yourself, like Mike Booth and Ninja too. All of us, every last one of us are on here. We're artists and we do other things. We got teams, but we also come together and support each other as a family. Like that's important. You know what I'm saying?
I be listening to Suprema a lot all the time on SoundCloud.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Like on my SoundCloud, that's what normally pops up first is Suprema Law now.
And you know which one when you did that Professor song, that song goes so hard. That was a favorite of my household.
Oh,
you know
my name. Yeah. You got
I don't even know what song you're talking about, but
yes, I guarantee you do. That song that you did, the Professor. Hold on, because it be saved on there because we listen to it. It be in the car.
No, I know the name of the song. With Dungeon Master from Brooklyn.
The Dungeon Master, Professor.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, that's on the EP. Yeah. Okay, now I know it. Yeah.
Mike Dentist. I'll remove your whole real at your own
Right.
show. Something like, you know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't know if I
Okay.
said it right,
So Arsenal the Beat Chef made that song, and the thing is I use that beat because he also has a radio show in Canada. So like I always throw him on the albums because I know it's gonna get airplay in Canada, right? So everything that I ain't gonna say everything strategic because I like Arsenal, but I made sure like he sent me 4 beats. I made sure I use all of them because he's on the Return of Prime Omega 4 times, and then I put him on the EP. So because his Spotify playlist, you're out of here if you get on his playlist because he's like Funk Flex in Canada.
Wow, that's what's up.
His name's Arsenal the Beat Chef. His show is Underground Radio. I had Coop Days on there. He's played Trill Will stuff.
Yeah. 2 days. I like the Beat Chef though. I like Beat Chef stuff. I have certain sound like I'm gonna gravitate to it. Like I said, I like. I mean, of course I do like. I know all the pop music. I like all the pop music. I know all the words, all the stuff. If people want to know what something was, and it was like if it was on the radio, they could come to me and be like, "Yo, spit this. What the lyrics is? What this is?" And I'd be like, "Boom, da 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 da," or I sing it. But I listen to some unconventional stuff that people would not think that I would listen to, because it's what I like. It's my flavor. It's my flavorism, what I call it. I mean, I like the Talib Kweli's and like the Tribe Called Quest, the Q-Tips, and like the Beat Chefs. You know what I'm saying? I love that. You live for stuff like that because it's authenticity. There's nothing else that's out there like it. I don't want to hear something that sounds like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to hear. If we're doing sing along and we all singing like a Monica song or we doing a Brandy song or whatever, that's cool. Yeah. But they all have their own sound. Nobody sound like them. We don't have like 9 Monicas or 9 Brandys or 9 Mary J. Blige's out here. Nobody sound like them. They're authentic, true to themselves and who they are, what they like, what they do. They sound. They're not pretending to be nobody else because the artists,
the first them and the only them.
Else, they can't keep that up. They're living a lie. They that's when they get to going crazy and stuff like that. Because that's not really them. They don't want to be that, but now everybody thinks it's them. So then now they got to keep up this facade all the time. Who want to do that?
I don't. I want to be the first and only.
Be authentic. Love you and don't give a what about what anybody say about it. And if they don't like it, too bad. Be yourself.
I want to be the first and only Midwest kid.
Be authentic, people. If anybody's out there listening, you want to do music, be authentic. Find out who you are. Find out what you like and find out what you don't like. And then talk about it and stand on it. Stand on business.
And be the first and only one of them, of yourself.
Don't worry about what nobody else thinks. If you like it and it feels right for you, and if you put your best effort through, if you threw something together, you talking about that shit, but no. But if you know you put the work into there and you really pouring your heart into it and you're being sincere and authentic, there's the platform for you. And you don't have to be the best artist, the best rapper, the best singer, but somebody out there is going to vibe with you. Somebody's going to feel what you're talking about, and there's going to be your fan base because they want something that they can feel. They don't want the fake stuff. These people that's out there and they're doing all like the other people think that they really like that. When they find out they're not, it breaks their heart. I'm talking about other artists' heart. What was it? Somebody told me we thought you brothers really had them cars. It broke my heart. It was like a Rick Ross line or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We thought you brothers really had them cars. When I found out they was them chains and them cars was fake, man, it broke my heart. Like, people don't realize that this stuff's not real. Because if you're really doing that stuff, you don't really want to talk about this stuff because you're going to get in trouble. Now, they didn't used to do that, but now with Facebook, Instagram, all the digital, they'll say, oh, this is what they really do, and they really live in this, and they really not, but they could get in trouble for that anyways. So be careful what you say. Right. You know what I mean? Be authentic.
Yeah. That all goes to marketing. That tells me right there, I want to take Full Sail University. Because you in that Full Sail University, am I right, Heather?
Yeah, I'm in Full Sail.
Full Sail, that's what that info comes from. I mean, I took marketing, and I know that you gotta be original. I took 3 years before I even put any music out there to sort of develop my style, and my big is I started off as a Christian rapper, but not really because my my inspiration was Lecrae, and he calls himself a life rapper. So I mean, I just rap about life. I rap about anything. But now trying to get into like the secular, that's tough for me because I got all this stuff that sounds like Christian music, but at the same time, breaking out into the Off the Grid and the collab here with the Midwest Kid, and a collab I'm working on now with Supreme Allah, and talking about collabs with you. I can see like the marketing, you know, because it's a different market, especially on my side, you know. But
You do music with other people, it's gonna get out there in a different light and show it to more people.
I think so. I think it'll go to a lot more people because, you know, I do have some Christian kind of stuff, but at the same time, like I don't push my religion on people. You know, I don't do that in the Off the Grid, the WWC Off the Grid podcast or anything like that. At the same time, you got to think about marketing. Full Sail University. That's what I want to do.
Hey, they're definitely good.
I've been thinking about it. Like I'm thinking about Full Sail. Like maybe my marketing that I paid for, my marketing class, wasn't up to par like to Full Sail. So yeah.
So listen, Ninja. So I got an email with a couple of beats for the I don't advise you to go listen to the first Woo affiliate project because it is not good. I'm on it, but the album's not good. Like overall, it's bad. So like the Woo administration has me picking features and beats and going through stuff. So you can get on the album if you want.
I have not yet put out my own album. So
No, just a feature on the album, like a verse. Like you could be on it with all the Woo brothers.
Put some bars on there.
That's what I mean. That sounds good to me. At some point, like I also have the Blackout Pack, which I got. You know, it's not the big one. It's just $1,000 Blackout Pack.
Yeah.
Which it's got the song Zoo, which we can do a collab on that song Zoo, but that was last year. You know, at some point I think
I'm trying to get on some more collabs.
I'm with it. Lock behind you. So I guess you did make it. We do have the life-giving MC in the building.
All right. That's what's up.
He did make it. Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on some more collabs myself. You know,
I told you I'm with it, kid.
Yeah, he with it. You look. You already locked in with Wizkid. We are supporting you. Look, you're part of the family. You locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get that hoodie on. Oh, he got the dope hoodie on too. Where's Mike Boot at, man?
Woo!
Come say hi to the podcast. The mic's on so they can hear you. The life-giving MC, man.
Peace.
Hey.
Good, y'all.
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet y'all as well. That's what we talking about.
I was playing a song that I had with Diggable Planets. Heather Mariee is a big advocate for sickle cell, and she's got the song Broken Sword. I'm into kid up here.
I'm into mental health awareness. Try to get mental health awareness.
This is Heather Marie's show, by the way. Heather Banks, artist. Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's important stuff. So thank y'all for your service.
Yeah, definitely. We into collabing. We into like the new movement, lyricism, bringing back the real authenticity. You know what I'm saying? Be about the change. We've been talking about that the whole thing. We were advocating for supporting each other and our networks, and having mental health, knowing that we all one and we connected. And when we work within our teams and we support each other, you know what I'm saying? I mean everything. That part. That's what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't trying to do it because we already doing it.
Thanks. Also, peace to Mike Booth. Nice to. We got the camera on. That's cool, man.
Nah, man, I'm sick as fuck. I mean, I'm sick as I'm not good right now, dude. So it's not a good look.
The F-bombs are out the window for the day. It's that ship sailed a little while ago. It happened. So it's nothing we can do about that for this show for today. You know what I'm saying? But
no doubt. All right.
Yeah.
Let me holler at them. We're gonna get up out of here.
All right.
Well, good talking to y'all.
Hey, wait, one more thing. Hey, tell him to come on the show next week and bring us music.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get you on the show next week and do an interview and play your music.
Word. And yo, Mike Booth, I heard you a fellow B-boy. What's good?
Yeah, dude. I got a whack robot, dude, but it's good, man. Is that a dope? I see that's a Gangstar shirt on, right?
Yes, 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Star hoodie. You know what I'm saying?
Word, man.
You know, wait. You know what this hoodie is?
It's a Hartford Whalers hoodie.
That's right.
There we go.
Wait, you better say it right. It's the Hartford Whalers. It's
the Hartford Whalers. The Hartford Whalers.
That's where we're from. We're both from Hartford. All right, listen. Time for a studio session. So thank you for having me, Heather. Mike Booth, to hell with you.
I'm gonna hit you up.
How would you do, God?
Well, it's about time for us to go ahead and.
All right.
It's about time for us to go ahead and wrap up the show.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and take it out. We're gonna go ahead and take it out. Let me play. Give me 1 second. Let me see what I want to play.
But Heather, I'm out though because I gotta get to.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm about to call the show. You guys go ahead.
Midwest Kid, get my info from Heather. We'll do the song.
Yeah, I put your number for the box. I put it in my phone.
All right.
I'm about to text you, so you got my number.
Okay, cool. All right, kid. Hey, peace, y'all. Booth, I'll call you later.
All right, dog. Peace out, man.
All right, we're gonna play Will Wishes and take it out.